and welcome to Monroe Stadium for tonight's Battlefield District and regular season finale between the visiting King George Foxes and your James Monroe Yellow Jackets. I'm Herman K. with Bob Blackburn bringing you tonight's regular season game between these two rivals. It's senior night at James Monroe as the Yellow Jackets honor their 19 seniors in front of the home crowd. However, this will not be the last home game for the Yellow Jackets. Both teams come into tonight's game with playoffs in their futures. The Jackets have secured the number 2 seed in their section of the 3A East bracket, while King George is sitting at number 8 in their side of the 4A East bracket. Last week, the Yellow Jackets suffered their second setback of the season, losing in a blowout fashion to the Cortland Cougars. The 48-6 defeat was the worst loss, Bob, since 2010.
It's amazing, but we get so used to the prosperity, you know. I guess it's not nice to remember, but 2010 was a while back.
Well, you know, it's etched in the minds of the Cortland Cougar fans, that lopsided win 48-6 last week over the Yellow Jackets. Cortland was clicking all cylinders, and the Jackets could not muster a competitive effort. The only bright spot was a first-quarter touchdown pass from A.J. Felton to his brother, Matt Felton. The JM defense was harassed all night by the hard running of the Cortland players and played their worst game of the year. Coach Richard Survey and his staff had a tough, focused week of practice for King George and seemed eager to get back in the winning ways. You know, I was up at the high school this week, Bob, and I talked with head coach Richard Survey, and he had a lot to say. And the week prior to playing Cortland, he said his team did not concentrate. They did not practice well. Matter of fact, Thursday before the Cortland game, he sent them home.
Oh, my goodness. So somebody put a mojo on the guys. That's what happened.
So they were unable to get themselves together for that Cortland game. But all indications and things that I've heard from practice this week, they have been focused and they are ready for this King George Foxes team tonight.
Yeah, that's good. I'm excited about it. Looks like the rain's going to hold off, and the Jackets sure do love Monroe Stadium, just like the field hockey team.
Yeah, you don't want rain, Bob. You want these guys on a fast track, and should the Jackets win, they will have clinched a share of the Battlefield District title and will have a boost going into the postseason play. Right now, the Yellow Jackets are positioned well within the playoffs, but need to go in playing their type of football. Knowing Coach Survey, this game against King George will be all about pride and getting their swagger back in gear.
Yeah.
King George is 5-4 in the season and has had some big moments this year. Head coach Jeff Smith leads his confident bunch into battle tonight on the heels of a 42-35 loss to Chancellor last weekend. A week before, King George took down Cortland by the score of 19-14. They're very capable of playing with a big effort and making plays offensively. They will run the wing T system mixed in with some spread formations. Quarterback Will Cliff is the Fox's best player and their emotional leader. He is very tough and can pass and throw equally well. They have 2-speed wingbacks in Jordan Ailey and Luke Barnum. Look for Pakari Brown to be the inside runner at fullback for the King George Foxes. At receiver, Isaiah White is their big play threat and is capable with his 6'2 frame. I was watching this kid in warm-ups out there tonight, Bob, when a quarterback was sending him out and throwing him some passes. He caught every one.
Oh, my goodness. Well, JM secondary might get a test tonight, but they also might get some picks.
As it looks right now, King George will be traveling to Cortland next week in their first-round playoff matchup. So the Foxes will be focused and determined to get a win tonight against the Yellow Jackets to avoid playing a motivated Cortland team out there in the Cortland Den. So tonight, it's senior night for our Jacket football team, and Coach Survey wants to send his guys out right with a big regular season finale and a piece of the Battlefield District Championship. So a lot at stake tonight. Last game of the season, getting ready to go into the second season, the playoffs. But the Yellow Jackets, a lot of pride, Bob. They want a piece of that Battlefield District Championship.
Absolutely. Even if it doesn't exist anymore, it's still there.
So the Yellow Jackets take it on King George tonight here at Maury Stadium. Glad to have you along tonight on Channel 83 and regionalwebtv.com. And right now the teams are getting ready. We're getting ready for our national anthem here at Maury Stadium. Any final words, Bob, before this game gets underway?
You know, I was thinking last week, JM and Cortland traded touchdowns and all that sort of thing, and then the bottom dropped out.
Yeah.
Tonight, I think if JM gets a kickoff and can drive down the field and score, you know, I hate to keep using the Katie to bar the door, but I might ask her tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be early on in this football. When the Yellow Jackets take the field, we can sense and feel what type of game it's going to be. So it's very important at the onset of tonight's football game that the Yellow Jackets come out aggressively, whether they receive the football or whether they kick off to the King George Foxes. Last week's scores: Hilton defeated Riverbend 31-28. Brook Point over Potomac 14-12. Mount Saponics pounded North Stafford 53-14. It was Mountain View shutting out Stafford 29-0. Spotsylvania walloped Caroline 55-6. And Chancellor 42, King George 35. Culpeper 35, William Monroe 14. Liberty topped Brentsville 47-14. And it was Cortland beating the Yellow Jackets last Friday night by the score of 48-6. Right now the captains from both teams are heading out to midfield for the coin toss for this football game. And we're going to find out about this young lady that they're honoring, Bob. You can see that she's out with the captains. She's a James Monroe student, I think. And as soon as I get some information, I will pass it along.
Okay. I think
with a second cancer,
Okay.
induced acute myeloid leukemia. In May of 2015, Kayleigh learns that her brother John, who was in Germany for a study abroad experience, was her perfect match for a bone marrow transplant. Unfortunately, in late August of 2015, she learned that the treatments was not successful. Kayleigh decided to stop treatment so she could live a fuller life off chemotherapy and pain medications, and enrolled in hospice with Capital Caring. In September 2015, after an outpour of support, Kayleigh was able to travel to Colorado to fulfill a wish of seeing the Rockies again. She thanks Fredericksburg community, especially the schools community, for that opportunity. October 2015, Kayleigh visited Billy Wyatt in New York City and friends in CT and ME. Receives her test results with news of potentially helpful treatment, which renewed her hope for future, and on October 13th, restarted treatment at the Mary Washington Regional Cancer Center under the care of local oncologists and Capital Caring. In Kayleigh's words, when asked why the Fairy Godmother Project is important to her, her reply was simple: while my parents and brother are taking care of me, I know someone else is taking care of my family. The Fairy Godmother Project supports families in our community facing pediatric cancer, and we have been extremely lucky to have Fairy Godmother Project in our lives for the past 20 months. As they give our family and all families, they support the gift of time. Kayleigh no longer has to drive to D.C. for transfusions 2 times per week. She now remains in the local area, which makes it tolerable to try to move treatments in her continued fight against cancer.
Our prayers are with Kayleigh. And you can see there on our screen a young lady who is battling cancer for the second time. And that's very close to my family because it was the daughter of ours that we lost at the age of 11. And there's the check being presented to Kayleigh. And you can hear the crowd here. Kayleigh, she tossed the corn too, Bob.
Yeah, she looks like a fighter.
Yes. She's getting hugs, standing ovation here at Monroe Stadium. Prayers are with the family and with Kayleigh as we prepare for our national anthem here at Monroe Stadium.
Sings us our national anthem. Thank you, Monroe Senior. Again, welcome, Jacket fans, to the contest.
National anthem here at Monroe Stadium from the Monroe Singers, and Bob, they always do a good job.
Don't they? I tell you what, I wish they had a little more amplification. Easy for you to say.
Yeah, it was a little low because they are down on the sideline singing, and it was hard for us to hear it, but it was our national anthem, and I think you could hear it a little bit at home. So we're set for the season finale here at Monroe Stadium, and Bob, it should be a good one between two good teams here tonight. And the King George Foxes are not in the Yellow Jackets bracket. They're in the bracket with Cortland, and the way things go, win or lose, if they win, they won't play Cortland next week. But if they win or lose tonight, they will probably have to play Cortland again.
Oh my goodness! And then the Cortland would have a home game for that too, wouldn't they? That would be a rough way to go, handing their only their second loss of the season.
So the Yellow Jackets, and the good luck from Kayleigh, Bob. The Yellow Jackets, she tossed the corn, and the Yellow Jackets won the corn toss. So thus they will receive the football to open up this football game.
See if she blessed them with a run back.
Fox is kicking off. It's going to be a deep kick into the end zone, touchback. And the Yellow Jackets will bring it out to open up this football game.
I remember how rare it was not so long ago where a kickoff would not go into the end zone. And it seems like so many kickers today on so many of the teams can put that ball in the end zone. It's pretty amazing. So, nice night tonight. Not too hot. A little breeze blowing, and Jackets coming out. And we'll see right away what sort of plan they've got for the Foxes. They usually try the middle first, and then they try the wings. And let's see. You feeling lucky tonight, guys?
You know, we're talking about Kayleigh. Bob, her last name is Leahy, so that's Kayleigh Leahy is the young lady that was honored prior to the start of tonight's football game. Loss of a yard on that first down play for the Yellow Jackets, setting up a 2nd and 11 for the Yellow Jackets at the JM 19-yard line. Just getting underway here at Monroe Stadium, 11:49, and kind of a humid November night here tonight, but a little breeze blowing.
Breeze helps, yeah.
2nd down and 11 yards to go. Yellow Jackets keeping on the ground. And into the secondary.
Here we go.
40, midfield, 45, 40, at the 25, 20, 10, into the end zone.
How about it?
Wait a minute. No, he's going to mark him out at about the 3-yard line. So what a run by Felton.
Man, did he explode. I love that.
That's got to be at least a 75-yard run, Bob.
Yeah, at least that. You're exactly right.
So the Yellow Jackets coming out big here. And a run down inside the 5-yard line to the 3 at 76 yards. I didn't miss it by much. Here we go. First and goal to go for the Yellow Jackets.
Thanks, sir.
The Yellow Jackets keep it on the ground. They pound it down inside into the end zone. Touchdown. I think that's Weldon on a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Yellow Jackets come out fired up tonight as they lead in this football game by the score of 6-0. Weldon, extra point attempt here. It's up and it is good. Timeout on the field, 11-14. Certainly hope you had a chance to get your drink out of the refrigerator.
Whatever it might be, right?
That's right. Milk or soda. Yeah. 11-14 to go in this opening quarter. Timeout 7-0 rather. James Monroe back after this. Welcome back to Maury Stadium. 11-14 to go in this opening quarter, and the Yellow Jackets explode in a big way.
Maybe just what the doctor ordered. A little tonic there.
Trying to get one of these T-shirts, Bob. They're shooting up here in the stands.
Tell him over the shoulder would be good.
Yellow Jacket with a squib kick, and it goes through back inside the 10 where it's picked up. And the Fox is going to be buried under down inside the 15 to about the 13. Excellent kickoff coverage by James Monroe.
I tell you what, that's the first time I've ever seen one travel that far.
Yeah. It's kind of a knuckleball, Bob.
Yeah, he had a little whammy on it.
Yep. Nobody was able to pick it up. And thus they had a retreat, go back inside the 10 and picked it up and got it out to the 13-yard line where it will be first and 10 yards to go for the Foxes at their own 12-yard line. Quarterback operating from the shotgun, and it's going to be a run up the middle. And the Yellow Jackets, nice run of about 12 yards out to the 27-yard line. But you can see, Bob.
Yeah, they got the block.
A little bit aggressively. Yellow Jackets on defense coming up to wrap up the ball carrier, but not until he picked up a first down at the King George 27-yard line.
Yeah, it just may be that the two teams are going to match each other's scores all night. We'll see.
So first and 10 yards to go for King George. And the Foxes operating from the shotgun now. A flag coming out. Let's see what that's all about. Going to be a false start against King George. That's going to push the ball back to about the 22-yard line. Didn't see that.
I didn't either. In fact, I didn't even know the play had gotten that far.
So first and 15 yards to go for King George. Man in motion. And it's going to be a run again. And the Yellow Jackets come up big on defense. Yes.
Nice job.
Pick up of maybe 2 yards on that run around the left side. And they're going to give him a 2-yard gain, setting up a second and about 13 yards to go for King George.
I understand the quarterback can throw as well as go to his running back, so I don't suppose this would be it. It might be. It'd be a good idea for them to throw on this down.
2nd and 12 to go for King George. Quarterback and a handoff, trying to get to the outside. And he's going to be hit hard. Yes.
Yeah.
Number 5 on the carry. That's Jordan Ailey, 5'7", 149 junior, and he was pounded out of bounds on the JM side of the field. Yeah. Well, they actually hit him inbounds.
Yeah, they did. Leacock was the one that laid the pads on him. I tell you what, he did all right.
So no gain, setting up a third at 12 yards to go for the Foxes at their 24-yard line. A lot of folks making a trip up here from King George to watch the Foxes tonight. And the quarterback rolling out to throw the ball, and it's going to be nearly intercepted. Throw it over the intended receiver's head. That was Luke Barnum, 5'6", 154 senior, Bob, was the intended receiver. And the old tip drill in that secondary, but James Monroe unable to come up with that interception.
Well, at least they stopped him, and that's the main thing right there.
Giving up 1 first down, but they closed the door after that, and they will force the Foxes to punt. 4th down and 12, low snap. Punter gets it blocked at the 5. The ball is going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, James Monroe.
Oh, block punt.
Yes, sirree. Boy, you can hear that all the way up here on that block.
Wow.
Was that number 4?
I didn't catch the number, but I know one thing. He not only blocked that punt, he took the punter out with it. Wow.
Don't know who got that block punt.
So 36, the JV player A.J. Johnson on the block. D.D. Nelson falls on it in the end zone. Noah Marine got the extra point.
Number 10, Nelson, D.D. Nelson with the touchdown and the extra point. It's good. Timeout on the field, 9:32 to go in this first quarter here at Maury Stadium on senior night. James Monroe 14, Foxes nothing back after this. Welcome back to Maury Stadium, 9:32, and the machine is well oiled.
Wow. You can say 2 possessions, but it wasn't even really 2 possessions, was it?
But they had the block on, and you could hear that block all the way up here in the press box. And it was D.D. Nelson falling on that football in the end zone for the touchdown. Yellow Jackets kicking off to the King George Foxes. And it's a high end-over-end kick taken at the 15, 20 to the near side and taken down right at the 25-yard line. Good coverage on special teams by James Monroe.
Yeah, I tell you, they're getting down there, and they're refusing to give up until they get the guy down. That's a good thing.
You know, Bob, the kick return is an exciting play, and the kick return, the kickoff return for a touchdown is probably one of the best plays in the game. But I also like that block punt.
That was beautiful. Yeah, that's right.
Hear that thump.
Yeah, it kind of makes you think that all that inertia is doing some good.
1st and 10 for King George at their 25-yard line. Quarterback under center, sends a man in motion. And a quick hitter up the middle, still on his feet, plowing forward, picks up 11 yards. What a run.
Wow, this guy's for real. He had a nice run first time around.
Is that number 24 for the Austin Howard?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Yeah.
Yep, Howard on the carry. 6 foot, 171-pound junior on the carry. So 1st and 10 yards to go. And that single wing formation. And the Yellow Jackets bottle him up in the backfield. A loss of a yard on that running play. In on the stop to James Monroe. Conaway in on the stop.
That's what they needed a few more of those last week, huh? Where they just get in the backfield and you can really mess up.
Get the penetration. So 2nd and 11 to go for King George at their 36-yard line. Got a receiver to the near side of the field. Quarterback under center. Sends a man in motion to the near side. Quarterback is going to be pulled down in the backfield for a sack. And that's going to be number 40 for James Monroe. That's Edwin Young the 4th. Loss of more yards.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, the Jackets, I mean, the Foxes twice have gone up the middle with a power play, gain yardage, and then they try something else, and it just doesn't work.
So loss of more yards, setting up a 3rd. And about 17 yards to go for King George. Ball at their 29-yard line, 7:53 and counting down here in this opening quarter. 14-0 James Monroe. You got receivers split to the near. This is that spread offense they're running from now, Bob. They're going to throw the football. Quarterback turns, rolls out with it, and he cuts it back inside. He's going to be short of picking up the 1st down. And finally taken down out across the 42-yard line.
Wow, they're probably going to be a little gun shy to punt this time, but I think they're going to. I don't know.
Kayleigh on the carry for King George. And another punting down here. It's 4th and about 6 yards to go for the Foxes. Ball at their 41-yard line. Let's see if this punter is a little bit gun shy here. There's your snap. And a punt. He gets off a nice high punt. And it's going to be taken by the Yellow Jackets. Number 2, that's Felton on a return.
Couldn't get that corner. If he'd have gotten that corner, he probably would have made some yardage.
Flag on the play. Is that a flag or is that where they mark the football? No, it's a part of James' gear. Somebody lost a hanky.
It looked like a hanky, but somebody. Okay. We'll leave that one alone.
Yep. Sometimes you just can't touch them, can we?
No. Tempting, but can't do it.
1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Trips to the far side of the field. Operating from the pistol. Handoff. That's Weldon weaving his way through out near the 30-yard line. Pickup of maybe 3 yards on that run. Setting up a 2nd down. And about 7 yards to go for James Monroe.
Yeah, good positive yardage, and they still haven't finished feeling these guys out as far as where they can go when they need it.
And the Yellow Jackets have scored so quickly here. They have not really been able to get into an offense.
That's true.
So 2nd and 7 facing the Yellow Jackets at that 30. And the Yellow Jackets handed off. Weldon bullying his way through, leaning forward out to about the 34-yard line.
Love that run.
Yeah. So 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. Number 12, Jalen Price, 5'9", 181 senior, checking into the JM lineup. Bowley to the near side as a receiver, along with Price and 2 receivers to the far side from the pistol formation. And that's going to be number 19, AJ. And he bounces to the outside, and he steps out of bounds into King George territory. That read option, I'm telling you.
Wasn't it beautiful?
He's getting the read on it, and he's bouncing it to the outside. Tremendous speed, but a flag on the play, Bob.
Uh-oh. Might
come back. Might be a holding call against the Yellow Jackets.
We didn't hear that, did we?
No. So the penalty against the Yellow Jackets, no wonder he had so much, picked up so many yards on that run.
Of course, as usual, I never did see the hold, but if it was King George, I probably would have seen it just fine. No, I'm just teasing.
DJ Bowley checking in for James Monroe. And it's still third down and about 7 yards to go. Ball at the James Monroe 30-yard line. 5:35 and counting down here in this opening quarter. 14-0 James Monroe. Quarterback Felton feels the pressure, comes out of the pocket. That's going to be a holding call against the Yellow Jackets. Flag coming out in the backfield.
They're trying to protect Felton in the backfield there.
So I think I've seen this crew before, Bob. At Foot Locker.
Okay. All right. We won't get them yet, but.
But this holding thing is coming up way too often here early.
Yeah, the
remember the Spotsylvania game?
Oh, do I ever?
Yeah. So another holding call against the Yellow Jackets, and the Foxes decline the penalty and take the play. So that will force the Yellow Jackets to punt here on 4th down. 4th and 7 yards to go. 2 return men back for the Foxes. Jay Scott is one of those guys. Trying to pick up another number on the far side over there. That number 11. Luke Barnum. Now we're getting a flag, and that's going to be a delay of game.
Mercy.
Yeah, these officials are working early.
Oh, Lord.
Delay of game penalty against the Yellow Jackets.
So a delay of game penalty against the Yellow Jackets.
Wonder what time these guys got up the road from Route 3. I'm not saying it.
I know it.
Oh, mercy.
4th and 12 yards to go. Punter gets off a punt. It's angled toward the sideline and takes a jam bounce, but it's going to be marked at the King George 43-yard line.
Penalty on the play.
So another penalty on the play. Flag coming out.
Oh, not JM again. That'd be 4 in a row.
That'd be 4 in a row.
Wow.
Here's the call.
Oh,
it's going to be against the Yellow Jackets. Can't believe this. This is the same crew that we've had here a couple of weeks ago, and the same results.
I don't get it. 4 penalties in a row, and
Yeah.
I know it drove Coach Survey crazy that night. What was it against Spotsylvania when they had 6 penalties in the first half, and all of them were 15-yarders?
And it was 3 touchdowns called back.
Yeah, crazy.
And Coach Survey, we asked him about that, and he said that he had never, as long as he's been coaching in 31 years, he had never had that many holding penalties on his offensive line.
Okay, so they're going to mark it off at the end of the play?
Yep. So that's going to put King George into JM territory, down to the 44-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Foxes at the James Monroe 44-yard line. Quarterback under center, and there's that handoff, and the Yellow Jackets stack him up in the backfield. Will Cliff, the quarterback, should have kept that football, Bob, because there was penetration by James Monroe.
Yeah, and he ran into one of his own players, bounced off, and boy, the Jackets were all over him.
Loss of 3 yards on that play, setting up a 3rd down. And 13 yards to go for King George at the James Monroe 46-yard line. 4 minutes and 37 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Cliff, the quarterback, under center, turns, hands off to number 22, and he slips a couple of tacklers. Good running play that time by Pakari Brown, 5'8", 176 senior on the run.
Got right much real estate back. Still, it's
kept his balance too, Bob.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. If that had been a jacket runner, you could cut it to the outside, been gone.
So 3rd and about 3 yards to go for the Foxes at the James Monroe 37-yard line. Yellow Jackets digging in on defense. Cliff hands it off again to number 22. That's Brown on the carry. Brown got just enough for that 1st down. Had to get to about the 33-yard line.
All right, so Let's see if the Jackets can play tough with the real estate down deep here.
Well, because of the successive penalties called against the Yellow Jackets, the referees afforded King George great field position in JM territory.
They did indeed.
First and 10 yards to go for the Foxes. Cliff. Again, that's Brown.
Yeah.
Yes. On the carry. Conaway on the carry, on the tackle for the Yellow Jackets. Was it another flag on the play?
I don't see it.
But we have an injured King George player down.
Not one of
Right
the
around the 33-yard line. Is that the running back? No, seemed to be a lineman, I think.
Let's see if I can spot. Yeah, he's all right, number 51.
Going to be a penalty against the Yellow Jacket. It was a flag on the play.
Don't call personal foul.
Can't believe this. If it's the person I think it is, no, I better be quiet.
Yeah, but it's
it's so obvious.
Yeah, when you come to Maury, I mean, we don't expect any grills to be set up, but we do expect to.
Well, in defense of the officials, there was no flag on that play. Second and 10 facing the Foxes at the JM 33-yard line. Cliff hands it off. No, he flips it back. And this guy's slippery as a eel.
Yeah. Wow, what a run.
Jordan Ailey, 5'7", 149 junior. Tremendous run. Hard to hit him, Bob.
Yeah, he was sliding and bumping and everything else.
Little guy, 5'7", 149 junior with a nice run down to the James Monroe. I'm sorry, Bob. Down to the 15-yard line.
Jackets need a big play here.
In the red zone, the Foxes. Quarterback Cliff under center sets his offense. Sends a man in motion and a handoff up the middle. That's Brown on the carry. Pakari Brown.
Wasn't there a car dealership in King George? Cliff Motors?
Cliff Motors.
I wonder if that's...
and I remember some years ago, this must be the grandchildren of Cliff Motors, because years ago I remember a number of Cliffs playing for King George. So I'm sure they're related, Bob. Pickup of 3 yards, setting up a second. And about 7 yards to go. Cliff under center. Fakes the handoff. Now he gives it to number 22, who strings it to the outside into the end zone. Touchdown. Austin Howard, 6-footer, 171 junior on the carry. And what was that, about a 13-yard run?
Yeah, at least that. Yeah, 13-yarder.
So Austin Howard, not to be confused with Elston Howard. Now we're getting a timeout for the Foxes, and we'll take one. Timeout on the field, 2:03 to go. Foxes on the board, 14-6. James Monroe back with the extra point attempt after this. Welcome back to Maury Stadium as the Foxes get set for this extra point here. There's the snap to hold. The kick, it's up, and he booms it through, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 2:03 to go in this first quarter. 14-7, James Monroe back after this.
state championship cross country meet. The free and girls race will be Saturday at 11.
Welcome back to Maury Stadium, and Bob, the James Monroe JVs tied the King George JVs, and thus they will play in a championship game tomorrow. And I gotta find out for sure whether it's going to be played here at Maury Stadium or at King George, but I think the Yellow Jackets might host that game. Here's your kick, and it's a booming kick into the end zone, touchback. It wasn't into the end zone. Thought he caught the, what's the flag against King George? I'm sorry.
They must have come off sides.
Boy, they
Congratulate our October student athlete of the month.
see, all of these guys went to the eye doctor this week to make sure the eyes were sharp. They're not missing a thing, are they?
No, it's a little bit delightful to see all the other way. I'm not going to get on.
Come on, buddy, you got to hang with me.
I do, and if you
I do well enough to talk about myself.
Oh, you're right.
Fox is penalized and will re-kick it here. Here's your kick, and it's going to be a deep kick. And it's taken right around the 3, 10, 15. Cuts it up the middle. Into the secondary, he might go. Midfield, 45, and pull down into King George territory down to the 43-yard line. What a return.
Yeah, answer back. I tell you what, he just saw where he wanted to run,
Yeah.
and he outran everybody.
Boy, he made a cut. He planted that foot in the ground and cut it back to the outside, and there was only one guy to beat, and that was the kicker, and the kicker saved a touchdown return for King George.
Wow.
Yellow Jackets, 1:50 to go. Exciting run back by the Yellow Jackets, operating from the right hash mark. Yellow Jacket with trips to the near side of the field. Operating from the pistol formation. Quick pass in the flat with the catch. It's Felton to Felton with the reception. Might have picked up a yard, Bob.
Yeah, that play was designed to cut back across the field, and he just couldn't get by that man.
Well, they're setting up somebody on this near side. Notice they put 3 receivers over here.
Yeah.
And they threw it short, and they want those corners to come up and cheat and not to give them a cushion, and somebody's going to blow by them here. Let's see if they do it on this second down play. 2nd and 10 facing the Yellow Jackets at the King George 42-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets keep it on the ground, and that's Weldon on the carry down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they're chunking it off pretty well. Third and what's it going to be? Third and about 4?
3rd and about 4 yards to go. Yellow Jackets shifting people in and out of that offensive lineup, and we will look at that offensive lineup coming up after this play. 3rd and 4 facing the Yellow Jackets. Big play here. They might go for it on 4th down if they don't pick it up here. Felton looking, got room out in front. He cuts it upfield. He's pushed out right at that marker now. Let's see. He's going to get a pretty good mark over there, Bob, and so that's going to be enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, it's almost like he knew where that post was and went for it.
So the officials taking a timeout there. Well, even if he didn't pick it up, they take a timeout to say it's 4th down. Are they going to measure? I bet they don't give it to him.
Is that an official's timeout? I hope.
Yep. I bet they don't give it to him much. They're on the King George side of the field. See? Oh, my goodness. That spot was made right in front of the King George bench, and the way things have been going early in this football games, we're not going to get any breaks.
That's for sure. It says 4th down and less than 1, and wouldn't you imagine the Jackets going to go for it here?
4th down and inches, you got to go for it here on 4th down.
Make sure you buy those tickets and support them.
So 29 seconds remaining.
Track and field, 50-50 raffle tonight.
Number 19, A.J. Felton, 10th grader.
At the King George 33-yard line.
4th and inches facing the Yellow Jackets. Crowd coming alive here. We got one receiver to the near side of the field, one to the far, and one in the slot. And that's going to be a first down handoff. And it wasn't Weldon. Was that Boxley? That was Boxley on the carry.
Yeah, Boxley's pretty darn dependable for a few yards when you need him.
So the Yellow Jackets keep this drive alive as they pick up the first down at the King George 31-yard line. They might have time to get off a play here. 15 seconds to go. You got Price split to the near side of the field. Number 6, Leacock in the slot, and the Yellow Jackets keep it on the ground, and King George getting a little tough down inside, Bob.
Yeah, it's going to be trouble because that's part of an option, though, and I think he's going to pull that thing out, go wide one of these plays, and you'll see him go.
End of one quarter play on senior night here at Maury Stadium. Our score, it's James Monroe 14, King George Foxes 7. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Maury Stadium. Breeze blowing right in our faces here in the press box, and it's welcome and it feels good.
Yes, it does. And who would think that in November we'd be praying for a breeze?
No. So second down for the Yellow Jackets. That's Weldon on the carry, and the Yellow Jackets keeping the ball on the ground. And kind of want a little mixture here. How about you, Bob?
Yeah, I want to see him pull that ball out and go wide with it.
Yep. And that I like the attempt of the short passing game earlier, too.
Yeah.
Matt Felton checking in. Number 1, Bowley coming out for the Yellow Jackets. As we begin the second quarter of play here, I'm Herman Kayleigh alongside my good friend Robert Bob Blackburn, doctor.
Got it all in there.
Yep. Second down and about, and a whistle again. That's third down, not second down. But the flag coming out.
Another straight ahead.
It's going to be against the Yellow Jackets. False start.
Procedure penalty against the Yellow Jackets.
All right, so we know that's at least about 7.
About 7 penalties against the Yellow Jackets. So that's going to push them back outside the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Setting up a 3rd and 11, a passing down here for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, a little swing pass, I think. Let the receiver do his thing.
Bowley, the big target on the near side of the field, operating from the pistol. Handoff, that's going to be Weldon around the left side, has the first down.
Nice.
So, they're going to say they fumbled the football.
Number 9, Joe Clift. 1st and 10 for King George.
So, Fox is getting the turnover. But, of course, we'd like the cold weather this time of the year, too, Bob, in November. But can't beat this either, can you?
No, as long as that breeze stays up, we're in good shape.
We're not sweating. It's not hot, but great night for football. Now, next weekend, who knows, could be snowing. 1st and 10 for the Foxes after the JM fumble at their 20-yard line. And a run off tackle on the right side. Might have picked up 3-4 yards on that run.
Yeah, they're being careful.
Foxes just hanging around, Bob.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Nope.
JM needed to score on that last drive.
Boxley in on the stop for the Yellow Jackets. That's going to set up a second and 5 yards to go for King George. Ball resting right at the 25-yard line. Quarterback Cliff under center, turns, hands off. That's Brown, who goes low in a nice submarine tackle that time. And that's going to be number 44, Matthew Abel, 5'10", 225 senior on the stop. Matt's a good player, Bob.
Yes, indeed.
Steady.
Actually, it's going to be third down, 1 yard to go, just shy.
Third and a yard to go here for the Foxes.
30-yard line.
Ball just shy of the 30-yard line. They get to the 30. They've got the first down.
Yeah, let's have a miscue here.
So King George, the Yellow Jackets need a big defensive play, and they fail to get it as the Foxes keep it on the ground. The ball comes out. And did the Yellow Jackets get it? No.
Yes, they do have it. And the first down.
They would have been pointing, you know.
Oh, big old number 74, Justice Peppers, 6'3", 278 junior, fell on that loose football.
Yes, and the ball they replaced.
They had to get a new ball because he knocked all the air out of it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they sent it over to Tom Brady for tomorrow.
Yeah. Deflate gate here at Maury. First and 10 yards to go. Foxes, and what a nice run. Austin Howard, 6-footer, 171 junior. Boy, he ran for a long time, Bob, before he came in contact with a JM defensive player.
Yeah, and it brings up something. That A.J. Felton is out on defense. Is this something new? He's the one that brought him down.
So let's see.
Number 19.
Is that A.J. back there playing safety?
Yeah, back there playing safety.
And that's going to be number 5 going airborne on that run. Jordan Ailey, 5'7", 149 junior, picks up a couple of yards. King George is just hanging around, and that's worrying me.
Yeah, they need to come up with a big stop on this drive and then come back and score, because Mr. Moe is trying to slip over to the blue and white.
8:36 to go in this first half. Yellow Jackets up by 7. It's second. Make it second and 7 yards to go. Cliff, the quarterback, wearing number 9 tonight, and now we're going to get a delay of game against the Foxes. And that's going to be a false start. Somebody on that line of scrimmage move. So the Yellow Jackets had their turn. Now it's King George.
Or maybe somebody at home called and said, hey, they're all over you guys. You better even this thing up. Right. Well, we take credit for things.
Yeah, that's right. We had a lot to do with that. Referees having a change of heart. Second down and 12 yards to go. Right up the gut. He didn't go down. He never did. His knee never touched the ground. They're going to rule him down at the 35-yard line. Now, one thing about us, we're fair. And that running back, he put his hand down, but his knee never went down.
Yeah, well, then maybe they didn't cut the grass there or something. A little bit of it.
So third down and 7 yards to go for the Foxes at the James Monroe 36-yard line. 7.5 minutes to go in this first half. Yellow Jackets up by 7. Cliff turns, hands it off to number 5, and that's Ailey on the carry. This guy's like a water bug, Bob.
Yeah, he slides through those holes pretty slick there.
Going to spot it right at the 30-yard line. That's going to be fourth down and about a yard to go for King George. They run that wing tee too, and we've seen it for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. So, glad if we run into somebody that uses a pro set or something.
4th and inches to go here for the Foxes. Everybody digging in. Down in the trenches. Cliff keeps the ball himself. He has the first down, and he slips a tackler, and he's down inside the 5 to about the 1-yard line. They are shredding this JM defense tonight with that wing T.
Yeah, that was a well-run play.
Yes.
He just followed the man into the hole.
Huge gain by King George down to the 1-yard line, where the Foxes will have it first and goal from the JM 1-yard line. King George trying to tie up this football game. Yellow Jackets have not taken advantage of the opportunities tonight. They could have easily put this team away, but they haven't. And that's going to be a run up the middle into the end zone, touchdown. So the Foxes pull to within 1. Didn't see who that ball carrier was, Bob.
No, I didn't. Maybe.
You want to give it to the quarterback?
Yeah, when in doubt, give it to the quarterback. That's 1-yard run.
So, extra point here could knot it up. Getting a flag on the play. It's going to be a penalty against the Foxes.
This guy's got enough leg to nail it from out here. That's the problem.
That was the quarterback, Bob, from a yard out. Will Clift getting the 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point attempt here is going to be a field goal of about 25 yards. The snap to hold the kick. It is up. And it is good. This guy certainly does not have a problem kicking the football. Has a tremendous foot.
Yeah,
14-13 our score. Did they miss one? Or should it be 14-14?
There it is. 14-all.
14 up our score. 6:11 to go. Timeout on the field. We will be back after this. Welcome back to Maury Stadium. 14-14 tie here on senior night.
Yeah, Jackets need to answer back here, one way or the other.
Foxes just hanging around. They beat a pretty good Cortland team a couple of weeks ago. And it was Chancellor who escaped with a win last week against this same Chancellor team. This guy can kick into the end zone, 5 yards deep into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. One thing you don't have to worry about when you got a good kicker, Bob, is run backs.
Exactly. And this guy looks like he could put it out of the end zone if he really got his foot in.
They did have one run back earlier. So 1st and 10 yards to go. The Yellow Jackets got to put some separation between themselves and the King George Foxes here. Don't like this thing being tied up.
No, indeed. Important series here.
Flag coming out. What's that all about? Illegal substitution. I guess he's looking at his rule book and making sure he calls every penalty in the book. Illegal substitution by the Yellow Jackets. My goodness. So 1st and 15 for James Monroe at the 15-yard line. Yellow Jackets, nice run, bouncing to the outside, flag out. My goodness, I can't believe it. Did not see a block on the play. Illegal block. What is that all about? So the flag coming out against the Yellow Jackets. Every time they do make a good play, Bluebirds are coming out here at Maury Stadium, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, this when the referees are the main show here, something's wrong.
Holding against the Yellow Jackets, and you can hear the fans booing.
holding current against the Yellow Jackets.
Nice run, though. Wow.
They personally getting on a referee. They know him.
You know his name, huh?
Yeah. We will not call his name.
Yeah.
So they had 2 penalties on the play. Now that's pretty good when you can get a choice. So the ball at the James Monroe 9-yard line. First down, about 20 yards to go for James Monroe at their own 9-yard line. Yellow Jackets keep it on the ground, a run right up the gut, out across the 10 to about the 14-yard line.
Let's see, they got to get out pretty far for that.
Yeah, they got to get out to the 20-yard line.
Actually,
no,
30.
I'm sorry, 30-yard line,
yeah.
Bob.
Wow, that's.
So second and about 16 yards to go for James Monroe. We're deadlocked at 14 here with 6 minutes to go in this first half. Yellow Jackets keep it on the ground and out near the 20 to about the 19-yard line. Well, you got to throw here on third down.
Yeah, third and 11 is what it's going to be.
So the Yellow Jackets getting back some of that penalized yards. And they're still shifting players in on offense. Number 8 for the Yellow Jackets coming out. That's Court Lucas. So they had Lucas on offense. Here we go, 3rd and 11 from the pistol. And that's going to be Felton looking and throws it back across his body. It was deflected. It falls incomplete. So the Foxes, Bob, don't like this scenario here. No. Foxes hold. The Yellow Jackets forced the punt. 5:14 to go. And if the Foxes go up here before the first half, it's going to be tough for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, where's that shot out of the cannonball in the first quarter that we saw?
So the punter standing back inside his 10-yard line, right around the 5-yard line. We need a good snap here. We need a good punt for James Monroe. 2 return men back for King George. Nice punt. And it's going to be taken, and good coverage by the Yellow Jackets. No return, number 32 for the Yellow Jackets, Jawan Davis, in on the stop for James Monroe, and on the return for the Foxes, Jordan Kayleigh. Now let's see if the referees will still be involved in this football game. I'm talking about the decision making here.
Yeah. All right.
Did you see the referee just whisper in that other guy's ear? Uh-oh.
That's not a good sign.
First and 10 yards to go for King George at that 48-yard line. Foxes deadlock with the Yellow Jackets. And that's going to be number 5 running around the right side. No containment at all around the ends. And they advance the ball into JM territory. Nobody's out there to turn it in.
No. And,
where are the corners?
Yeah, and they did have pressure on him. I mean, he was being chased from behind, but
yeah, they were trailing on the play. So first down for King George at the Yellow Jackets 39-yard line. Those corners are going to have to come up and turn that stuff inside.
Yes, sir.
First and 10 yards to go. And the Foxes keep it on the ground. A pickup of 1, 2, 3 yards on that run. Abel in on the stop for the Yellow Jackets. That's going to set up a second down and 8 yards to go. Ball at the JM 38-yard line. 4:19 to go in this first half rather. We're tied at 14. Foxes. Quarterback, Cliff. Flag coming out.
Oh, come on, let's make it a big one.
Going to be a false start against King George. I think they actually felt bad about the lopsided calls, and they began to try to even it up here. I mean, you know what I get out of this?
What's that?
Referees have a conscience.
Well, got a little something to work with then, right? All right, come on, fellas. Let's go.
3rd down and 12 yards to go for King George at the James Monroe 43-yard line. And Foxes keep it on the ground, and the Yellow Jackets did a great job inside ball. And that's Nelson in on the stop for James Monroe.
Yeah, the offensive line for King George is good, but the Jackets are starting to hold them up a little better.
You know, we're talking about the King George Foxes offensive and defensive lines. They're undersized but very quick. 3rd and 9 yards to go for the Foxes at the James Monroe 39-yard line. 3:16 to go. And they keep it on the ground. That's number 24. And he's going to be pulled out of bounds. Nice job. Loss of yards on that play. Was that Abel?
Yeah, 44, Matt Abel.
Matt Abel with a strong grasp on that jersey. Wouldn't let go, would he?
No, indeed. And he's the one that needed to pull him down, too, because he got him for a near loss.
Penalty against the King George Foxes. Yellow Jackets probably will decline the penalty. And that's going to force the Foxes to punt the ball here. So 4th down and 12 yards to go for King George at the James Monroe 42-yard line. They're going to go for it here.
You know, I was just thinking there's something funny going on here.
Probable passing down here for King George. 2 receivers split to the far side of the field. You got to look out over there. You got 2 receivers over there, but 1 defender.
Oh, Lord.
Fox is going to throw it, and it's a near catch. Perfectly thrown football. Number 5, the intended receiver ball. Kayleigh just unable to come up with the catch.
Take over on down.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's a bigger stop than we realize right at this point.
And a lot had to do with Kayleigh not being able to catch the football. So 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Now we're getting an official's timeout.
Asking if he's got any more flags.
I've gone through my 12.
Right, all right. Yeah.
He's checking with the he's checking with the other referee to see if he's got any flags left.
We are so bad. I guess they use them over, don't they?
They use the throwaway kind, don't they?
That's right.
So temporary stoppage of the play. The referee's trying to get the clock started here or something. Get the correct time on the clock. 3:11 on the clock. 14-14 our score. Now we're ready to go. Yellow Jackets 1st and 10 from their 42-yard line. And that's going to be A.J. Felton on the carry out to the 46-yard line. Yellow Jackets better think about their passing game here.
Yeah, something's up. They were in a passing formation then, and I think he just called it off at the last second.
Hurry up offense. Swing pass in the flat. And that's Jalen Price with the reception, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock into King George territory, down to the 41-yard line.
And a little breeze comes up just as we need it.
Feels good. Supposed to get colder after midnight, isn't it?
That's what I've heard, yeah. Yep. There's front rolling through.
And tomorrow's high 20 degrees cooler than today. Yellow Jackets picking up that 1st down at the King George 44-yard line. 14-14 tie, 2:45 to go. Yellow Jackets, that's Felton. And he slips and falls down to the 40-yard line.
Brown trips him up.
Got the play called already, I think.
2nd and 6.
Yeah, they're going with a no huddle here. Trips to the near side of the field, operating from the pistol formation. Quarterback looking, rifles a pass with a catch.
Okay.
That's number 6.
He's off.
Into the end zone. Touchdown.
That's what they needed.
Darius Leacock. And that's going to be a 41-yard touchdown pass from number 2. Number 2, that's Matt Felton. Roosevelt Jackson just paid a visit here in the press box.
Okay.
41 yards, I'm sorry.
Used to be a pretty good place kicker himself.
Okay.
So the Yellow Jackets regained the lead here with 2:16 to go. Extra point attempt here by the Yellow Jackets, and that's Marine, the place kicker. Snap the hole, high snap. It's going to be Felton who picks it up, and he steps into the end zone. And a flag on the play, of course. And you can bet it's going to be against the Yellow Jackets. So hold the phone here.
Who made the long run?
It was quarterback. I mean, it was number 2. It was Matt Felton. And it's a 2-point conversion attempt good. Yeah. Penalty, and it's going to be on the kickoff against the King George Foxes. So the Yellow Jackets with the 2-point conversion attempt. Timeout on the field. 2:16 to go in this second quarter. 22-14. James Monroe will be back after this timeout. Welcome back. 2:16 to go, Dr. Blackburn.
Yeah, Dr. Griffin, I think
Pretty
now,
entertaining first half.
Yeah, it was. All's well that ends well, but we'll take that last score. The Jackets will have an interesting thing, being so far down the field now on that penalty, whether to kick it in the end zone or what.
So, I'm sorry, go ahead, Bob.
I wouldn't. I would squib it.
And the people want to hear you more. You got to talk more.
Okay.
So just jump right in there and talk.
Yeah. Don't want to interrupt my good friend.
No, but the
you're
folks,
the expert. I'm just the guy that throws in the land.
the folks in this town want to hear you.
All right, then.
And that goes into the end zone. That penalty, Bob, was tacked on to that kickoff. So the Yellow Jackets kicked from the King George territory, and they drove it into the end zone. So touchback, 1st and 10 for the Foxes at the 20-yard line. Now, if things have changed a bit and the Yellow Jackets can take advantage, we'll do a turnover.
Yeah, and down deep like they are, that would be beautiful.
So 1st and 10 to go for King George with 2:16 to go in this first half. Foxes, will they throw the football? And that's going to be a counter up the middle into JM. Nope. But a pickup of 14 yards on that run. Something's wrong with that pitcher when you can pick up 14 yards right up the middle.
Yeah, it's
that
been
counter.
one of those wing tee type things where the ball is hidden and the ball carrier is out of there before you know it.
Got to stay home. You can't do any thinking and wandering around down on that defensive line. You have an assignment. You got to stick with it.
Yeah, exactly.
1st and 10 yards to go, and it was movement. There's that reverse, and again out to about the 41-yard line. I like this little guy, number 5. Jordan Kayleigh, 5'7", 149 junior. He's a football player.
Yeah, we call him Skeeter.
Yeah.
Skeeter.
Skeeter Alley.
Timeout, King George.
And we're getting a timeout. We'll keep it right here. And well, we got some stuff we got to talk about too. The 3A regional points for week 9, conference 25-27.
Winter sports begin.
And we can talk about some of that stuff.
All right, so the conference with Phoebus, they're at 8-1. They're leading. Then Poquoson, Parkview, and the York, Colonial Heights, Tab, Lakeland, and War Hill. They'll beat each other up, and we'll be waiting for them when they come.
And we'll come and mop it up, right?
There you go. So, and conference 26-28, Hopewell and James Monroe are pretty much tied except for points, and so they'll both have home field advantage. Skyline is in third, and Culpeper, and a lot of teams that we recognize here, Brentsville, Petersburg, Spotsylvania, and Armstrong are the likely people to be in that playoff category. So the Jackets look like they're in pretty good shape, but they want a big victory tonight, though.
And number 5, Old Skeeter, gets caught in the backfield for a big loss of yards on that play. Yellow Jacket might take a timeout here. Yeah, because they might have an opportunity to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Yellow Jacket, yeah.
At least get them to a punt anyway.
Taking a timeout here with 1:26 to go. So the Yellow Jackets taking a timeout. That's going to set up a third and 11 yards to go when we resume play. So the Yellow Jackets, Bob, if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, you'd have the number 1 seed, which is Hopewell, would take on a number 6 seed, would be Petersburg. Yellow Jackets at number 2 would take on Brentsville.
Yeah, and it amazes me to see all of the former AAA teams, all the way up through my lifetime. They were AAA teams and
big Richmond schools.
Yeah, the big Richmond schools, right?
So you got Armstrong at number 8, 2 and 7, Spotsylvania 3 and 6, Petersburg 2 and 7, and Brentsville at 5 and 4, Culpeper 5 and 4. And Yellow Jackets in a pretty good position here. 3rd and 11 to go for King George. Quarterback going to throw the ball and a catch at midfield. Number 13 coming up with the reception for the Foxes. Excellent pass, nice catch by Devin Williams for King George.
Yeah, key play for the Foxes to keep their drive alive.
I watched this quarterback in warm-ups, Bob. This kid can play.
Throws it on a rope, doesn't
Yep. First and 10 yards to go for the Foxes at midfield. Quarterback looking, rifles the pass in traffic, nearly picked off. But he had to really thread that thing. He had 3 defenders around that 1 receiver.
Yeah, wow. If he'd caught that ball, I would say that's a good receiver.
Yeah.
There.
But the quarterback poised, nice arm, and rifled the pass in there. And he's lucky to not have it picked off.
Yeah, he throws a nice ball. He doesn't always look like he's set.
Yeah.
But he does have a strong arm, no question about it.
That falls incomplete, stopping the clock with 1:08 to go. 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Now we get a major penalty against the Yellow Jackets. My goodness. All the way down to the 35-yard line. I don't know. I don't have any idea what that's all about. Face mask on an incomplete pass. Not bad.
Didn't even have to tackle.
Yeah, my goodness. 1st and 10 yards to go. Quarterback Cliff. And he's going to be sacked. He's strong. He doesn't want to go down. Finally taken down. And let's see who's going to take a timeout here. Foxes taking a timeout. 57 seconds to go. And loss of 3 yards on that sack on the quarterback Cliff. Spotting the ball at the James Monroe 38-yard line. So playoffs just around the corner. Seems like it was just August.
I know.
We were starting.
Here we go again.
Yep. I mean, it's really something we're used to, you know.
So will it? the first couple games will be on Friday night, and so this coming Friday night we're sure to be here against like the number 16 or something.
Yeah, you're against the 6th seed. I think the top 6 teams go to playoffs. Of course, it's number 1 against number 6, 2 against 5, and so on. And don't have to worry about some of those teams in that 3A regional.
Oh, we're going to get him.
Quarterback's going to be sacked again. And if I were the Yellow Jackets, I would take a timeout here. 47 seconds ago. You need to take a timeout. Clock continues to run. Yellow Jackets losing valuable time here because they could get this football back.
They could.
Take a timeout, please. They're not going to take a timeout. I can't understand that.
Well, maybe they want to get an interception and the clock doesn't
So
count.
3rd down and about 20 yards to go. Flag coming out. And a reception to number 81. That's Isaiah White, 6'2", 171 junior with the catch. And it's probably a false start against these guys. It might be against the Yellow Jackets.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
He forgot which way he was standing, right?
So the legal procedure call against King George. And I would take the play. I don't know.
Yeah.
These coaches are certainly a whole lot smarter than I am.
No, I kind of agree with you, Herman.
Because that would have forced them to be 4th down.
Right. I think the Jackets want
so they give them another play here. So here we go, 3rd down play, and it's going to be a fly pattern. It's going to be picked off by the Yellow Jackets.
Got time for a play.
Yes. Number 6. Was that Leacock?
Leacock got it.
Leacock took a hard shot there, too. And that receiver kind of led with his helmet, Bob.
Yeah, it looked like it was aimed to hurt him.
Yeah. So the Yellow Jackets get the ball. And let's see if Coach Survey will pull one out of his old bag of tricks.
Love that bag.
8.4 seconds to go. Yellow Jackets coming up with the interception. Ball at their 18-yard line. Will they take a knee here? It looks like it. Yep.
And Bell takes a knee.
All right. So they'll take an 8-point lead.
So that's going to end the first half of play here at Monroe Stadium on senior night. 19 seniors playing in their last regular season game. 20-14 Yellow Jackets. We'll be back with our halftime right after this timeout. Welcome back to Monroe Stadium. It's halftime. 22-14 our score on senior night. Yellow Jackets, Bob, losing 19 seniors, and you can bet some of those guys want a 5th state championship.
Yeah.
And they've got an opportunity here now. I mean, what? If they win 6 in a row, they could be state champs. I think it's 6.
Is it 6?
I think it's 6 games.
Okay, we'll call it pick 6.
Or maybe 5 games. I don't know. But anyway, 5 in a row, including tonight's game in the playoffs. So Yellow Jacket looking pretty good. And, you know, I'm looking at this Conference 26, Bob. I mean, only threat for the Yellow Jackets would be that Hopewell team. They are number 1 seed in that conference, but we don't know who they played.
Exactly.
You know, so the Yellow Jackets could be the best team in that conference, and if so, they could, and I'm just saying, they could just breeze right through that conference.
Yeah, and then looks like Phoebus would be waiting on the other end. Yeah.
And Phoebus, that loss coming against Hampton.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So we don't know what Phoebus is down in Newport News. Am I correct?
Yes, they generally have a pretty good program going.
Yep.
They're another one that's come back down from AAA.
Yeah. So 22-14 outscored. James Monroe High School marching band set to perform down on the field. And I think it will also acknowledge, prior to the start of the game tonight, they acknowledge all of the seniors on the football team. But we have band members that are seniors. We have cheerleaders. So we'll see if they're going to acknowledge them at the half. And if we can get some names, we'll pass along. But here's Bob Blackburn with the drum roll and the highlights.
All right, JM got on the board first and looked like they were going to just run away here. 11-14, they had a 3-yard TD run by Weldon. Point after was good, gave the Jackets a 7-0 lead. They came back after a blocked punt, and Nelson fell on the ball in the end zone. Jackets had a good extra point attempt, and that made it 14-0 kind of right away there. And then King George finally got on the board at 2:03 with Aston Howard on a score on a 13-yard run. Point after was good, and it made it 14-7 into the first quarter. King George kind of hanging around, like Herman said, at 6:11. They had a 1-yard run by Will Cliff. Their point after was good to tie the game at 14-all. And the Jackets had the last laugh of the first half at 2:16 with a 41-yard catch and run by Matt Felden. And the point after, it was fumbled, turned into a 2-pointer, and the Jackets are up 22-14 at halftime here at Maury Stadium. All right, we'll be back after the halftime festivities and here at Maury Stadium.
Dave. Yes, sir. That's all right. I was just kidding anyway.
And right now, our award-winning James Monroe High School marching Yellow Jackets. And Miss Jillian Downs is your band ready.
I just got here. Right, drop anything on the floor? Go get all the men up our age. They're liars. Tell me you got it. I said, go get 5 more men our age. We'll spend the money. Okay. Is it 3? Is it $1 each? Okay. Good, the numbers are nice and big, I can see them. You get you some more fresh stuff. You take these and just go through. We're Thank you so much. I know you gave me the way. That's me, I can't get this. I don't want to do no more working out. I got too old to work out. All I do when I work out, I don't get any kind of shape. All I do is get tired. I had to get the score. Going in or running or what? Keep doing the jam. Both. Janice has all theirs are running. Jam blocked the ball. 13-yard run. Big man mostly fast. Listen back down. Yeah, man. Hang in there, buddy. You too, man. Yeah, see you on Facebook, but you never see you in person.
Welcome back to Maury Stadium, and it's halftime, 22-14, Bob.
Yeah. How many tickets did you get?
I got 3.
Okay, I got 3.
You got 3? So
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay, so we.
They didn't even need to sell any more now.
That's right.
We got the winning tickets right here.
Right. Yeah. All they'd be doing is splitting more money, right?
Now they're introducing the seniors on the cheerleader squad now. That's Monica Ditt coming out.
And you can tell she's a dit, can't you?
Yep. Tall. Wonder if she can kick too.
I know she can. I just know she can.
This is Whitney's 4th year on the varsity squad.
This is Miss Whitney coming out.
Member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Vice President of Skills USA, and Captain of the varsity cheer squad. Whitney plans to attend a 4-year college and study pre-med. Whitney Evans.
Whitney Evans being recognized as a senior cheerleader. Came out and did a little stunt.
And got a little sign there with the name on it. The girls, they got people cheering for the cheerers.
And they're very creative in the stuff that they do. And it's good to see that all of these young people are recognized, Bob.
Yeah. Speaking of recognition, how about the field hockey team? They seem to be on a roll, aren't they?
Yeah.
Boys and Girls Club volunteer. Megan plans to go to community college.
Megan.
Transfer to a 4-year university. Megan Lane.
Okay, Megan Lane.
Next up we have Miss Brooks Hayden.
Daddy Jimmy Proud.
And Brooks is being escorted by Phil and Mary Hayden. She's been on the cheerleading squad for 4 years, a member of the Beta Club, YIP, National Honor Society, the Key Club, DECA, and the Spanish Club. Brooks plans to attend a 4-year college. Brooks Hayden. Next up, we have Kobe Johnson. She is escorted by Monroe Johnson.
Are you picking up these names?
Byron Johnson.
I haven't been documenting them, but
on the varsity squad.
Sorry, we don't know a lot of these seniors, but maybe if I were to be quiet, you could hear Julian announce them.
Yeah, let's see what they say.
American University in Washington, D.C. next year.
He's going to school in D.C.
American U.
Yeah.
Kobe Johnson.
Want to be a diplomat or something of that sort.
Had a friend years ago go to American U.
Co-captain.
Guy played basketball. He was pretty good by the name of Wilfred Lucas.
Yeah, I think I've heard that name.
Yeah.
This is July's 3rd year on the varsity cheerleading squad, and she had continued 1 year of JV. She's a member of the track team, DECA, cosmetology, softball team. She's a soda mentor.
A lot of these young ladies probably have a full plate, don't they?
Yeah, I didn't even know JM had a beta club. I tell you what, they have it all. Beta, Key Club, Monroe Scholars. It's just
the National Honor Society. They've got it all up.
Yeah, they do.
Butch Stanley and her little cousin Willie.
And that makes a student well-rounded. Thus, these colleges want to grab them up.
Yes, indeed. And remember, Dr. Gordon was telling us about the International Baccalaureate program that's going to get rolling.
Yes.
Miss Jasmine Guy Swain.
Got a lot of seniors, cheerleaders, don't they?
Yeah. Well, give the young gals a chance after them, huh?
This is his first year on the cheerleading team. She's a part of the Monroe Singers, League of Extraordinary Young Women.
That's Keisha and Guy Swain.
She plans to study sports.
Great parents, wonderful daughter.
Jasmine Guy Swain.
Jasmine.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know, everybody thinks, oh, these girls are just regular girls, got a lot of pep. They're well-rounded, very good students.
Yes, they are.
Attended Virginia Girls State, member of FBLA, DECA.
Dr. Melanie White and her daughter.
Monroe Singers, leadership team, track and field, and basketball cheer.
Her daughter is that old?
Yes, that's the baby.
My kids used to. I mean, my boys used to play with them when they were younger.
So the varsity cheerleaders, the seniors, being recognized tonight.
Again, our varsity senior cheerleaders and their parents. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Julian. And we're going to take a timeout and get ready for the third quarter kickoff here at Morris Stadium. Senior night. Halftime, 22-14, James Monroe. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Morris Stadium. 22-14, James Monroe, as we get set for this second half of football here. Pretty good, entertaining half of football, if you like. 150 penalties thrown. But the Yellow Jackets, Foxes, pretty decent football team, this King George Foxes. And the head coach down at King George, Jeff Smith, former King George standout. He's one of a set of twins, Bob.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
And I cannot tell the difference.
Okay.
Nope. And they play games with me from time to time because I'll call. I say, "Hey, Jeff, how you doing?" He say, "I'm not Jeff."
Oh, the oldest thing in the book.
Oh yeah, they fool you. So, Battlefield District Region 4A East Conference 19. We're talking about the King George Foxes. Yellow Jackets, Battlefield District Group 3A, Region 3A, East Conference 28. Here's your kick, end over end kick, and it's taken at the 8-yard line. 10, 15, 20, up the sideline and knocked out of bounds. Flag coming out, and that's got to be a holding call, blocking the back against the Foxes. And penalty thrown right around where he was knocked out of bounds at. It's going to be up against the Foxes.
Got the eagle eye out tonight, Herman.
Yeah.
Of course, you always do. And, you know, these refs knew that they had somebody with touch. They'd probably be a little more careful about how they called it.
And they can't fool me.
There you go.
As much as they want to fool me, they can't, Bob.
No.
First and 10 to go for the Foxes at their 21-yard line, 11:53.
Team George has the first and 10.
Just getting underway here in this third quarter. Yellow Jackets, 2 losses on the season. Quarterback was a busted play, and look at this guy run.
Wow. Made something out of nothing there.
Yeah. Cliff looked like he missed the handoff, and he spun around and picked his way through out across the 30. It might be enough for a King George first down.
They're moving the stakes. How about that?
Yeah. Kind of improvised on that play and came up with a good play. That's when they're put in the playbook.
Yeah, he did the 360, turned around, tippy-toed a little bit, and made it.
So first and 10 yards to go for the Foxes at the James Monroe's at their own 31-yard line. And he didn't fool anybody on that play as he crawls along the ground.
Yeah, I was watching the guy that he faked it to. Looked like he might have made some yardage. So,
so they advanced the ball out to the 36-yard line. Can't believe him. They gave him forward progress after crawling 2 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, he went down around the 34-yard line and he crawled out to the 36, and that's where they spot the ball. So 2nd and 5 yards to go for the Foxes. Quarterback Cliff under center, turns, hands it off, quick hitter up the middle, leaps over a JM player down into JM territory to the 49-yard line. Yellow Jackets unable to stop this wing team. That's their Achilles heel, Bob.
Yeah, it's funny. They'll bend, they don't break, they bend, they don't break, and then they break when they don't need to be.
So first and 10 yards to go for the King George Foxes at the 49-yard line. And Foxes keep it on the ground, and the Yellow Jackets come up with a big defensive play, and that's going to set up a 2nd down and about 8 yards to go.
Yeah, I need to get King George into more throwing downs. Not that the quarterback is a bad passer. It's just that when the ball goes in the air, at least you have a decent chance out there.
So 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Second and 8 yards to go, 9:55 to go in this third quarter. And an inside handoff and a nice defensive play.
Good play, good play.
So we'll bring up 3rd down. Also one will play 3rd and 9.
All right, maybe the Foxes will be forced into throwing the ball, and maybe the Jackets will grab something and go.
Loss of a couple of yards on that play, setting up a 3rd down and 9 yards to go. And Mr. Rollins visiting here in the press box. Always good to see you, sir. Here we go. And they had a man open, and he's going to be shy of picking up that first down.
Yeah, big decision for the Foxes here because they're close enough to go for it.
Fourth down and about a yard to go for King George, and a big play here, Bob.
Yeah, and need those linebackers to come across.
So 4th and a yard to go at the 40-yard line. Big play here offensively for King George, and the Yellow Jackets digging in on defense. And it's going to be close. I don't think so. Yeah. Number 22 on the carry.
I think they did stop it.
Yep. Bakari Brown was the ball carrier, but the Yellow Jackets got penetration, Bob, on that left side.
Way to go, D.
Hit the ball carrier right in the hole. And Yellow Jackets hold here. And Foxes turned the ball over on downs. It's first and 10 yards to go for James Monroe.
Yeah, I need to put the hammer down right here.
Yep. First and 10 at the Yellow Jackets 41-yard line. 8:27 to go in this third quarter here at Maury Stadium. Yellow Jackets, and they're going to pound it inside and unable to get going here. Yellow Jackets offensive lineup here. The quarterback number 19, that's A.J. Felton, a 10th grader. Running back D.J. Weldon, a senior. Wide receivers Matt Felton, D.J. Bowling, Darius Leacock, and the Yellow Jackets. And that's the quarterback, Felton, on the carry.
He got close to that first down.
Yeah. Wide receivers Felton, Bowley, Leacock, and Price. And the tackles Brandon Martin and K.J. Spears. The guards are Ian Jeffers and Cody Hedrick. Center is Wade Olson. Pass with the first down. Leacock coming up with the catch into King George territory. Yeah, a little pass, a little run. You got to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. I like that because it loosens things up.
Little dash of pepper.
Yeah.
Little dash of pass. Little dash of run.
Oh, the cuisine.
And you put a little salt on top of it.
Right, always.
So the Yellow Jackets keep it on the ground. Weldon bounces to the outside, cuts it back in. 20-yard line, 15-yard line. What a run.
Oh, what a run.
About 35 yards on the run for the Yellow Jackets by Weldon. 33 yards on the carry. So they kicking it in gear here, Bob.
Yeah, they need to put 6 on the board here.
First and 10 yards to go for James Monroe at the 15-yard line. Yellow Jackets, and that's going to be Weldon. Felton on the carry.
Oh, he almost sneaked through.
Oh, he just jitterbugged his way down inside there.
He's Skeeter, isn't he?
Yes.
He's Skeeter.
Down to the 4-yard line. And it's going to be first and goal for the Yellow Jackets at the King George 4-yard line.
A good opening drive for the Jackets. Nice stop on.
Yellow Jacket had movement in the backfield, but no flag on the play. Boy, that referee, he looked for his flag and he couldn't find it.
Yeah, he dropped it up the field somewhere on a previous play. Got to pick it up.
So, Yellow Jackets unable to get in. It's going to be second and goal from about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, it wouldn't be but one play in my mind, and that's AJ. AJ just kind of riding the back into the line and then going himself.
6:34 and counting down. Yellow Jackets. Did they get in? No indication. One of the that was number 2 for the. That was Matt Felton who signaled. Come on, Matt, you don't have the stripes on.
He said, "That's just a technicality."
So the Yellow Jackets still about a yard away from getting into their end zone. Third down and goal from the 1-yard line. And a lot of times, they'll put number 10 back there. Nelson. So the Yellow Jackets adds a flag on the play.
Offside.
Going to be a motion penalty against the Yellow Jackets. My goodness.
That'll hurt.
Almost expected with this crew. I hate to be hard on them, but there are games where we never mention the referees.
Exactly.
But
yeah, we need to check with the paper here and see about how many flags have gone down in this game.
Yeah, so they're going to push it back to the 6-yard line. Third and goal from the 6-yard line for James Monroe.
Quarterback Felton from the pistol is going to call his own number, touching the inside, dips to the outside, and walks into the end zone. 6-yard touchdown run.
Called that play a long time ago.
A.J. Felton. Felton gets the something must have happened, Bob.
Flag down.
Who was that again?
Holding on Jam.
That is absolutely the worst that I've seen. So they take that touchdown off the board. So the penalty against the Yellow Jackets taking down that touchdown run. So it's 3rd down and go from the King George 14-yard line. Trips to the far side of the field. Yellow Jackets, and it's going to be a corner and a touchdown. It is good.
Wow, gutsy play.
So that's going to be a 16-yard touchdown pass in the corner of the end zone. Who is that receiver?
Let's see. I didn't. Anybody get the receiver on that one? Felton. Okay. To Felton.
Felton.
Nolan Marine to attempt the extra point.
16-yard touchdown pass. Extra point attempt here for the Yellow Jackets. It's up, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 5:37 to go. Senior night here at Morris Stadium. It's James Monroe 29, King George 14. Back after this. Flag on the play. We'll hold it right here, Bob. There's another flag on the play. I don't know what that's all about. See the flag down around the 8-yard line. You can hear the...
Yeah, 50-50 round will come up in the 3rd quarter. Sponsored by the track and field team. The winner track and field team. I think we're still selling tickets. And Felton touchdown.
All right, we're going to see what the penalty is and who it's going to be marked off against. But the score is good, and the current score is James Monroe 29 and King George 14. And it looks like they're walking the Foxes back, so apparently the penalty was on them. Will be marked off on the kickoff. Let's see. Yeah, he's going from the 25 to the, okay, nope. Apparently wow, where is he going?
That's about a 75-yard penalty, isn't it? My goodness.
What is this?
So they're going to push the Yellow Jackets back to the 25-yard line and kick this football. I mean, this has got to be one of the worst crews in history.
Wow.
So penalty against the Yellow Jackets, and that's going to push the ball back to the 25-yard line. That's where the Yellow Jackets will kick off to King George. 29-14 our score, 5:37 to go. And the Yellow Jackets, nice end-over-end kick. Take it out to 25, 30, around the right side. And the Yellow Jacket with nice kickoff coverage. Yes. So return of 10 yards on that kick for the Foxes. And this should really fire the Yellow Jackets up, Bob, because, I mean, the penalties in this football game, I mean, it's really been lopsided against the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah,
King George, they've had a couple of bad ones too.
Yeah, exactly. So there's been a lot of flags, and I know this it's going to be some kind of record for this game's over.
Yeah. 1st and 10 yards to go for the Foxes at their 35-yard line. Yellow Jackets got the penetration, and he slips away, and finally somebody holds on.
Wow.
Yes, number 5 on the carry. That's Jordan Kayleigh.
Edwin Young on the tackle.
Kayleigh looked like he was going to slip out of that jersey.
Yeah.
Do the old Houdini trick.
And Coach Kenton Griffin laid a little word on the fellas that they're doing a better job of tackling.
Playing a little better here now.
Yeah.
29-14, James Monroe, 4:56 to go here in this third. Second down and 10 yards to go for the Foxes. At that 34-yard line. And up the middle into JM territory. My goodness, that guy was shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, it's funny.
Bakari Brown, Bob.
Well, they'll get the D got one good play, stopped him in the backfield, and then they explode out and get that first down.
And you got to credit King George's offensive line. They are doing an excellent job down in the trenches against the Yellow Jackets defense. And a quick hitter again. It worked one time, but it didn't work on that play. And back to the line of scrimmage, setting up a second down and 10 yards to do. Cord Lucas in on the stop for the Yellow Jackets. And number 10 coming out. That's D.D. Nelson limping out.
It looks like he must have jammed a finger or something.
Yeah. Taking a seat on the ground. Looks like it might be a cramp.
Second and 10 for King George.
So second and 10 yards to go for the Foxes. That's a JM 48. And that's the run you got to contain. And the Yellow Jackets, yes, did a great job on that play. It was somebody that was trailing that play and came up with a nice stop. It was number 5, Elijah Baylor, 6'1", 195 junior for the Yellow Jackets, Bob.
Yeah, got the Foxes in the throwing down now. Let's see what they do.
Third and 7 yards to go for the Foxes at the Yellow Jackets 46-yard line. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Foxes need some points here. They trail 29-14. Got two receivers split to the far side from the pistol. Cliff, the quarterback, and he, look at the flag over here. Can you believe this?
Oh, that far away from the play.
Yeah.
What's up?
I mean, that's absolutely horrible. The play was to the far side of the field. The referee was standing on the JM sideline and threw a flag. Let's see if it's going to be against the Yellow Jackets. If so, these guys are out of their league.
What a shame.
So the penalty against the Yellow Jackets is going to be fourth down. Fourth down and about 3 yards to go.
Yeah, I almost feel like yelling at myself. This guy down here close by, he's just called one from across the field.
Jeff Smith had a change of heart there, Bob. He was going to go for it on fourth down. Now he's going to punt it. It's punter in. They're going to go for the fake. And he throws a pass and skips it off the ground. No good. Yellow Jackets will get the ball on down.
Bad mistake there.
Yep. He had a man open, but that guy, the punter, just couldn't throw it.
Yeah, well designed because it had me fooled.
They probably tried that 100 times in practice, and it worked every time. But game conditions, certainly adrenaline flowing, makes things a lot different, doesn't it?
It does, and it puts the Foxes in bad position because Jackets have scored on 2 drives.
First and 10 for the Yellow Jackets at their 41-yard line. The Yellow Jackets need another score here to put this King George team away because they're still dangerous.
Yeah.
Yellow Jackets 3 receivers. That's going to be Weldon. Weldon cuts it back to the inside and a late hit, but no penalty. Number 65 didn't. I mean, it's hard to kind of pull up when you're in midair, but obvious late hit. Second and 3 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets with no huddle here. 2:46 to go. And that's going to be Felton up the sideline, 30, 25, 20.
Said he stepped out of bounds.
He didn't step out of bounds.
I didn't think so either.
No. And the referee ruled that he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, right here we can't be saying much because one of those guys got wrapped.
Honestly, he did not step out of bounds.
No, I was watching. I stepped on a hash mark, but that's not out of bounds.
Now, on top of that, we're getting a penalty against the Yellow Jackets.
Probably unsportsmanlike.
My good, it was face mask. Now, I certainly don't want to feel that I am picking on these officials, but you should hear the folks here in the stadium. Very unhappy with the calls tonight against their Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I'm just
So we'll reset it here. Second down and 3 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. 2:36 to go here in this third quarter. 3 receivers to the far side of the field, 1 to the near. Oh my goodness, another flag.
it's jam.
Penalty against the Yellow Jackets. You can hear the boos coming from the crowd.
People are getting tired of seeing flags and seeing the referees dominate the game rather than the players, you know.
Awful. Second down and 8 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Thank God it's not close. So second and 8 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Ball back at the JM 43-yard line. From the pistol formation. Yellow Jackets, that's
AJ's going to get it.
AJ's going to be sacked in the backfield. Every time they make a call like that, it seems to generate momentum for the opposing team. And that time, I mean, Felton has not been sacked all night. But after those successive calls against the Yellow Jackets, I mean, how much can these kids take?
Yeah.
15 to go.
So third down and about 14 yards to go.
Another flag.
What's that flag about? Let's see. Flag coming out again.
Somebody let the guy over here have it.
Let's see.
What did he say?
I don't know. But I can't believe this. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Yellow Jackets.
If I didn't have this headset on, I'd be yelling, you know, come on, you guys are the stars, you know.
Survey is all on this official. Yes, and rightfully so. I mean, this is really ridiculous.
Yeah, if he's gonna get a 15-yarder, he's gonna get his money's worth. Wait a minute, they're not ready to play yet. Two of the refs are not even looking out on the field.
You got to have stoppage of play there because the referee is over there talking. Coach Survey gave him a mouthful. And these referees, I'm telling you, like I said, they must have gotten them from Foot Locker. From the night shift.
Oh.
Third down and about 35 yards to go for James Monroe.
They don't get Channel 83 in King George anyway, do they?
So now the officials finally
let them play.
Yeah,
fellas?
let them play, guys.
What they came to see.
You've already gotten a lot of. That's Bowley with the catch, and that's going to be a penalty against the Foxes. That was head-to-head there.
Yeah, it was. That was face mask to face mask. I mean, that's as hard as I've ever seen a big guy get hit like that.
So that's Will Cliff, the quarterback, playing defense. And he led with his head. Yes. That's going to be a...
Oh, my goodness, the damn crowd is saying,
We got a penalty against the Foxes. And the crowd really applauded that call by the referee.
Yeah.
You know what our broadcast is going to sound like?
I know, but
that's because they have directed all of the attention on themselves.
Yeah, let's let them play the rest of the game.
All right, we won't even mention the referees. We'll just say penalty. We won't give them the attention. Third down and 5 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets at their 46-yard line. 4 wideouts, the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be number 6, Leacock. Leacock cuts it back inside. Here's the first down. 40, 35, 30, at the 20, the 15, 10, and knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I love that hit down there. All right.
Yes, sir.
What a play. What a play. Leacock.
Now, I have to say this, Paul.
Okay.
Are there any flags?
There are none.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe they even got embarrassed on that.
That's that jet sweep with Leacock on the carry, getting the ball down inside the red zone to the 9-yard line, where it will be first and goal for the Yellow Jackets at the King George 9-yard line. 1:21 to go in this third quarter. Yellow Jacket, that's Boxley. Gary Boxley leans in for the touchdown. Yes, Boxley.
He wanted that.
9-yard touchdown run by Gary Boxley. And the Yellow Jackets pulling away from this King George team, 35-14.
My is all I can say.
In spite of. Yellow Jackets trying to tack on the extra point here. At number 2, Matt Folden, the holder. Marine, the kicker. Extra point attempt here by the Yellow Jacket. Here's your snap. Oh, my goodness, another flag.
Of course.
And is that an ineligible man?
Yeah, he touched his hat.
I can't believe this.
Oh, for crying.
No.
Okay. So it's on the
Where
extra
in the
point.
world did this crew come from?
We're not talking
Oops.
about
I'm sorry. I vowed not to say anything.
over and over.
Can't help it, Bob. I'm an emotional guy.
Well, I can tell you the fans are with you, the sidelines are with you, and I think when they watch the videotape,
they'll see what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Extra point by the Yellow Jackets up. And Marine drills it right down Broadway. Timeout on the field, 1:11 to go here in this third quarter. The Yellow Jackets with the route on here, 36-14, back after this. Welcome back to Maury Stadium, and we had something going on there with one of the JM coaches and the official. It was a flag thrown. So if it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct call against, is it against King George? No, it's against James Monroe.
of course.
And that happened on a dead ball. It was a timeout.
Okay.
These guys, I think they've lost it. I mean, they really have.
Yeah, apparently so, because it looks like everybody's disgusted.
I'm not talking about the Foxes either. I'm talking about the guys in the stripes.
Yeah.
I mean, they seem to be irritated, agitated, and everything that happens, they react to it.
Yeah, they got the rabbit ears, too, on the sidelines. You can believe that.
So Coach Serby is down there talking with an official about something, and I don't know where these guys come from.
You know, I'd kick one of these real high jobs in between those two sets of players here.
1:11 to go, third quarter, 36-14, and the Yellow Jackets set to kick off to King George here. Referee won't blow the whistle.
Probably couldn't find it. It was underneath the flag he stuck in there. Wow.
And it's going to be a nice kick taken at the 18, 20, 25, 30. And a nice return.
Another
and a flag coming out. Another flag by the referees. And that's gotta be against King George. Let's see what that's all about.
Thank you, Mr. Woodside. I called for that today. Good shot.
What was that?
Simply on the play, on the run back.
So let's see where the penalty is. It's going to be against King George. They're talking with D.D. Nelson, the captain for the Yellow Jackets. And they mark off the yards against the Yellow Jackets. That's going to push the ball back to the King George 43-yard line. I didn't see that penalty either.
No, well, we'll just say that they're throwing a flag on every play.
Every play. Now, once again, is that an injured player down on the JM sideline?
I can't. Yes.
So he must be on the field of play because stopped the play there. So it's an injured JM player, might be leg cramps. And now we're getting an official's timeout.
25. Oh, 35, sorry.
35 for the Yellow Jackets. And that's Tamaja Blair, 5'9", 174 senior. So the Yellow Jackets face with, well, the Foxes have the football, 1st and 10 at their 43-yard line. 1 minute to go here in this third quarter.
Yeah, let's see if they let them play this time.
Yellow Jackets digging in on defense. And Foxes, Cliff, the quarterback, going to throw the football, slips. And he has a man open. Slips a couple of tacklers. And he rolled out to his right, Bob, to plant and throw the football. His feet gave way. And he had enough on that football to complete that pass. So a nice play by Cliff, the quarterback.
Yeah, I keep saying he has a strong arm.
Yes,
I'm not always sure that he's set when he throws.
So a nice completion for the Foxes down to the Jays Monroe 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for King George with 44 seconds to go.
1st and 10 for the Foxes of the Yellow Jackets.
In this third quarter play, Cliff, the quarterback, under center. And he fakes a pitch and a handoff up the middle, pick up a maybe 3-4 yards. So the Foxes keeping the ball on the ground.
Yeah, letting the clock run out too.
Yep.
Edwin Young with the tackle. The gain of 4 on the play.
18 seconds to go. Let's see if they will get off another play here. 2nd and 6 yards to go. And I don't know whether they will get one off. I don't think so, Bob.
Yeah, you better cut. Yeah, okay. Surely we watched 25 seconds go off the clock. We should have got him for that.
Timeout on the field in the 3 quarters of play here at Maury Stadium on senior night. When we resume play here, it'll be a 2nd down and about 6 yards to go for the Foxes. 36-14, Jays Monroe back after this. Welcome back to Maury Stadium. 12 more minutes of football. A little bit disappointed there, Bob. Neither one of us won the 50-50 raffle.
Total of $6 invested.
Yeah. 2nd and 6. And that's number 24 trying to get to the outside. He's going to be pulled down. What a defensive play by number 23, Gary Boxley, who ran him down. And a big loss. Nice defensive play there by Boxley.
Hey, Boxley's gone both ways tonight and really done a splendid job.
Got his first touchdown of the season. I think it's his first.
I don't know. I think he might have had a couple earlier.
Lost the 5 yards on that play, setting up a third down and 15 yards to go at the James Monroe 45-yard line. Just getting underway here in the fourth quarter, 11:37 to go. 36-14, James Monroe. And it was movement in the backfield there. The flag comes out. And that's going to be nearly intercepted back there by the Yellow Jacket. That's A.J. Felton, quarterback, doing a little double duty as safety. Flag coming out of his movement in that King George backfield. I'll take the play.
Yeah, take the play.
Force them to punt the football here. I mean, why are the referees talking instead of talking to the defensive player?
They're probably asking each other, you think we should go for the record?
Yeah. Should we go for the record of 55 penalties in one game?
Wow.
The old record is in jeopardy, Bob. That was 41 penalties back in 1986. 4th down and 14 yards to go. Punter standing back at his 40-yard line, 11:30, and they're going to fake it. And he's going to be
Stop short.
hit hard. My goodness. Boy, he had nerve to run that thing.
He did.
And that was Chase Parker, the punter, who elected to run. Chase, I would not allow my coach to talk me into running that on that. So that's going to be 1st and 10 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Wait a minute, what is going on now? Referees don't know who's got the ball.
Okay, so they finally said 1st down. What? King George did something, but they didn't say it was declined.
They actually have no clue. They didn't know whose ball it was. And the JM coaching staff had to tell them that it was JM's ball. So 1st and 10 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets at their 40, make it 34-yard line. You got 2 receivers split to the far side of the field, one in the slot, one to the near side of the field. And that's going to be Weldon on the carry, bullying his way forward. Now, that's what we did not see last week. You know, we saw this guy get caught for a number of yard losses. And tonight, he's been all down here running the ball forward and picking up good yards.
Done a great job.
Yep, 2nd and 6 facing the Yellow Jackets. Movement in the backfield, trips to the far side. A lot of movement. And a pass across the middle. And that's Price on the reception. Little crossing pattern by Price, and the ball was right on target.
Yeah, quick opener.
And down into King George territory. Is a flag on the play? It's going to be a motion penalty against the Yellow Jackets. My goodness. Every play.
Maybe they spotted the TV.
That's got to be so disheartening for the players. The players are telling the fans to get on the referees. We're making light of it, but everything seems to be under control.
So what is it this time? It's got to be holding, right?
False start against the Yellow Jackets.
So
illegal procedure call. And that was thrown late.
Yeah, but
Second, I'm sorry.
You're
go
right,
ahead, Bob.
because it negated the pass. You're right.
2nd and 11. And that's Felton on the carry, and he's going to be pulled down for a loss.
Yeah.
And that's going to be at about the 31-yard line.
Hard to run through all those white jerseys with the stripings.
3rd and 13 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Passing down here. They need to get out to about 45. And Felton looking downfield. And he overthrew, led his receiver rather. And that was intended for Delonte Hayes, 5'9", 160 junior. So the Yellow Jackets, once again, the penalties get them out of sync.
Wow.
Got a pair of glasses that was found near 30-yard line.
Well, we're supposed to talk to Coach Serby at the end of the game. I don't know whether we should talk to him or not.
I don't think anybody's going to talk to him.
No, he's got to be upset.
Can you blame him for crying out loud?
No. 4th down and 13 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets punter. And the punter is that Boxley kicking now?
Looks like.
Oh, that's going to be a delay of game against the Yellow Jackets. My goodness.
Oh, me.
How many penalties? Ask Steve how many penalties.
Did he say?
So 4th down and about 16 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets. Better hurry up and snap it before you get penalized again.
Yeah, again.
And the Yellow Jackets taking a time, gets off a short punt. Let's see if it takes a JM bounce. And it does into King George territory.
Yeah, it looks like the Jackets going to set up camp here and hope for the best. So King George has got the ball with about half of the length of the football field to go. And
well, we just got the word from Steve Franzello of the Freelance Star. James Monroe has been penalized 19 times.
That has to be
and
record.
King George 10 times.
Okay, so 29 flags
in the game thus far.
Yeah.
Because we still got 9:46 to go.
Yeah,
but 29 penalties in this game tonight.
Yeah, the Virginia High School League needs to investigate this.
Yes. And quarterback's going to be sacked.
Can they subpoena our videotape?
That's Sean Smith. Let's see some of the players in there. Number 40 for the Yellow Jackets, Edwin Young, D.D. Nelson.
Yeah, you got to hand it to these guys. I tell you what, they're taking their frustrations out on the right
Big
guys.
number 74, Mikel Jenkins, 5'10", 280 senior. So the Yellow Jackets, 2nd down and about 20 yards to go for King George. And they're going to have to put the ball in the air here. And that's going to be that inside. Nice play. Yes, number 8, Lucas. Cord Lucas, 5'8", 185 junior. Boy, he sniffed that one out,
yeah,
didn't
I was going to say that. That was a good sniff.
Yep. So a loss of a couple of yards on that play, setting up a 3rd. And about 21 yards to go with 8:36 to go here in this 4th quarter. 36-14, James Monroe. And 29 penalties called in tonight's football game. And that is a record. Pass across the middle. It's going to be picked off by the Yellow Jackets. And that's Felton on a return. And returns it back down into King George territory inside the 35 to the 32-yard line.
And
yes.
No flags.
Nope. So number 2, Matt Felton, coming up with the intercept for the Yellow Jackets. And a Yellow Jacket Felton with a good return back down to the Fox's 31-yard line.
Yep.
Yellow Jackets on the sideline here with the huddle. Guarantee you when they go back out there, Bob, get ready to snap the ball. I bet it's going to be a delay of game penalty.
Yeah, right.
All right?
Yeah, I think they're just pushing it now. All right, go ahead. Make a decent call here.
They blew the whistle. What's that all about?
Yeah, what is that?
Timeout.
Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets got the timeout in there before Coach Serby called a timeout. And we'll keep it right here, buddy. 8:08 to go. 36-14.
Yep.
Yellow Jackets taking a timeout.
Maybe the refs just needed that time to look for the flags and all that dropped everywhere. 29 and counting.
Well, they got, what did we say they had? What kind of flags they had? The
20, oh, the flags that they were using
yeah,
tonight?
disposable
Yeah,
flags.
disposable flags. Right. Use once, throw away.
So they've gone through at least 2 packets of flags tonight.
Oh, man. Gotta have some fun. Gotta have some. So I got 29 down here, and I'm going to leave a little room to cross it out.
So 36-14. James Monroe with a first and 10 at the King George 31-yard line. They're all bunched in that backfield. And that's a new running back in there. And that's got to be Davis, I think.
Yeah, he rolls. Got him the first down.
That number 32.
Is he back?
And Davis goes for 11.
That was Davis.
Yeah.
You got Davis and Boxley in the backfield with Felton, the quarterback. So a first down, Davis picks up 10 yards on that carry. And the ball is at the King George 20-yard line. There's 7:50 to go in this football game. Yellow Jackets again, heavy dose some run here. And still on his feet. Nice hard running. Down just inside the 10-yard in the red zone again. The Yellow Jackets threatening to score.
Yeah, these are grudge yards. This is just frustration.
That's Weldon on the carry. You got 3 running backs back there they're utilizing, Bob.
Yeah.
You got Davis, Weldon, and Boxley. So the 1-2-3 punch for the Yellow Jackets. First and goal at the King George 9-yard line. Yellow Jackets again pounded inside. Davis on a carry, and they push him into the end zone. Touchdown, James Monroe.
What a play, Mike.
Yes. He was stopped around the 2-yard line. Some of those big linemen just pushed him into that end zone.
Yeah.
And that was
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
that Davis.
Yes, Davis.
Davis on the carry and the touchdown. 42-14, James Monroe. Extra point attempt here by Monroe. That's Marine. Felton, the holder. The snap, the hold by Felton. The kick by Marine is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 7:22 to go in this football game. Your score, it's James Monroe 43, Foxes 14. Back after this. Welcome back to Morris Stadium, 43-14, and the Yellow Jackets open this thing up here in the second half, Bob.
Indeed, they have. They haven't allowed King George a touchdown, and they've scored a truckload. 1, 2. No, excuse me. 1, 2. Yeah, 3 touchdowns unanswered by.
And the last time we talked about penalties, we haven't had one since, have we? We said it was 29, so we have not had any penalties. So it's been, what, 2 minutes?
It's been like 2 minutes. Oh, me. All right.
2 minutes since we've had a penalty.
Oh.
That's a record, too.
Okay, yeah. Well, maybe these guys' arms are getting tired. You don't know.
They run out of flags.
Yeah.
No Marine set the kick.
And they've got to go out to Dick's Sporting Goods to get more flags. There's your kick. It's a high bounce. Taking that to 26 and taking down. Nice coverage downfield by the Yellow Jackets. No return. Trying to get them to shoot. They're never looking our direction. you know, for these T-shirts. I think I'm going to have to say something to Miss Diggs on Monday about getting one here in the press box. They shot one on the far end down there near Julian earlier.
Got somebody aiming for.
Yes.
Oh, no, that's not going to.
Sam shot that one straight up in the air. Foxes with a pass and catch. And a nice hit out to the 40-yard line. The defenders for the Yellow Jackets, Bob, the corners are playing a little bit soft now.
Yeah.
That was a 12-yard pickup on that play by the King George Foxes.
Yeah, you know, those defensive linemen, you know, they're getting in their blocks, and, you know, they want to put some pressure on this quarterback.
Good to see the Yellow Jackets bounce back after that loss last week against Cortland.
Yeah.
And quarterback, and this guy's tough, too. He's hard to bring down.
Yeah.
We're talking about Will Clift, quarterback. 5'10", senior, too.
Senior?
Yep. Well, we won't see him around next year.
No, but I imagine some small college may be interested.
Yep. 3rd and 2 to go here for the Foxes. Cliff rolling to his left, difficult pass, but he has a man open. And
he got loose.
Yeah, I don't like the coverage in that secondary.
That's almost like a prevent, isn't it?
Yeah. And you see it, it's going to be a flag against the Foxes. Almost like in the NFL, Bob.
Yeah.
You know, they'll go into their prevent defense and allow the team to walk right down the field.
Exactly.
And if they stay in the same type of defense they played all game, doesn't happen.
Yeah, maybe maybe they'll change it up this time. All right, that's 30.
30 penalties.
Yep.
We got to check our archives and see if, we talked about the record set back in '86. So this is certainly approaching that.
That's one of the years the Jackets won the state. Was
87, 88, wasn't it?
Was it 87, 88?
Second down, the quarterback gets away, and now he runs into a lot of trouble there.
Somebody gave up his body on that.
2 JM tacklers, and that's number 40 in on the stop. It's Edwin Young, and number 10. Dede Nelson. I think Dede has been accepted to college.
Oh, great.
Or can they accept this early? I don't know. 3rd down at 15 yards to go. And nearly intercepted. Abel unable to come. Boy, that'd be a highlight of a lineman's career to intercept football.
Wouldn't it be something?
Yeah. So 4th down, 16 yards to go. Foxes forced to punt the ball here. I guess they're going to punt. They're in punt formation. Last time they went for it, they're going for it now. And it's going to be incomplete. And a Yellow Jacket will get the football on downs in King George territory.
Yeah, let's go ahead and see some fresh jerseys in there because unless he's still mad.
5:41 remaining in this football game. 43-14.
Thank you.
Field still looks in great shape.
It does. It does. And, of course, big game here next weekend, right?
Yep. Hopefully, Coach Survey can tell us more about what's going to go on next weekend because this is the end of the regular season. Yellow Jackets in a position to tie for the Battlefield District title. And they will advance to the playoffs beginning next weekend. We don't know whether that game is Friday night or Saturday or who they will be playing. Well, hopefully we can find out later.
Another penalty?
Yep. 31. So 1st and 15 to go for the Yellow Jackets. And let's see if the Yellow Jackets, nice run, is that Davis on the carry, getting the ball down to the King George 36-yard line. 5.5 minutes to go in this football game.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Davis dislocate a kneecap or something earlier in the season?
I think it was number 25, Vincent Smith Jr.
You are right. You're right. Thanks for setting me straight on that. It wasn't Davis. You're right.
So 2nd and 11 facing the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets keep it on the ground and a nice run trying to get to the outside down near the 30-yard line. And that's Boxley on the carry. Gary Boxley, who's had one whale of a game tonight.
Yeah, he's done it on both sides of that football.
Yep. So 3rd down, 5 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets at the King George 31-yard line. Number 23, Boxley coming out. Number 4, DJ Weldon back into the JM lineup. So formation here for the Yellow Jacket. Weldon gets the call. And the Yellow Jackets not trying to do anything fancy here, Bob. They're just trying to run time off the clock, preserve this advantage they have with 4 minutes to go in this football game.
Well, on 4th and 5, if they go for it, then I don't suppose they'll do much more than just hand off and see what happens. 3 yards.
Jaden Preston, number 21, coming out for the Yellow Jackets. In the backfield, that's the number 8, Cord Lucas. Lucas in the backfield. Let's see, is that penalty number 34? Nope.
Timeout, damn. Okay.
Yellow Jackets taking a timeout. Timeout on the field. 3:45 to go in this football game. James Monroe 43, Foxes 14. Back after this. Welcome back to Maury Stadium, Bob. Chuck gave me his cell phone to read some of these scores, and guess what? I can't even see it. Got a final. Cortland defeats Caroline by the score of 63-0. Massaponax 35, Brookport 21. That's in the 4th quarter. And we'll give you some more scores after this running play.
I think he got
Davis got
down.
the first down, yes. Easton View 41, Kettle Run 14. That's the final. And Chancellor 41, Spotsylvania 14 in the 4th quarter. Brentsville 28, Culpeper 19. That's an important game because the Yellow Jackets might host Brentsville next weekend. Orange beat Fluvanna 51-7. Colonial Forge 27, Freedom 20. That's in the 3rd. And Louisa leading Charlottesville 35-6 in the 3rd quarter.
I think we got a penalty here.
Thank you, Chuck. Another penalty.
Another penalty. Okay. Going to 32 on the night.
Oh, my goodness. 30, sorry, Bob.
No, excuse me.
32 penalties in tonight's ball game. That might be the biggest stat of the night.
Yeah.
1st and 15 yards to go. Flag coming out, number 33.
Ready.
And that's, thought I saw somebody on the JM. I thought I actually saw somebody move. So of all the 33 calls, I think that one was legit.
All right. So the score is 32-1 as far as legitimate penalties are concerned.
You gonna hang in there with me, partner?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll get you back here.
So penalty number 33 tonight by this wonderful crew of officials. 1st down and about 20 yards to go And the quarterback,
Gary
and
Boxley, the ball carrier.
that's Boxley on the carry. Nice run by Gary.
Gary ate his Wheaties tonight, I tell you what.
Getting back to near the original line of scrimmage where it will be third down. And the big question here, Bob, will the Yellow Jackets throw the football?
It would be
Think so?
doubt. Well, swing pass,
Which,
maybe.
yeah. I mean, don't run your post pattern, but let's see what the Yellow Jackets do. Everybody's bunched in that backfield, and that's going to be, yes, number 8 for the Yellow Jackets. That's Cord Lucas. Lucas with a nice run, knocked out of bounds right at the 4-yard line. Might have gotten cramps there. Cord is still down for, boy, he's had one whale of a game tonight.
He has. He wanted that 6 points too.
What a great run by Lucas.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking behind him just because I knew there had to be some kind of flag, but
Yeah.
wow,
So
there
we're
is none.
getting a timeout, injury timeout for the Yellow Jackets player. That's Lucas, Cord Lucas, the son of Cord Lucas. 43-14, our score, 2:06. Cord had some, his father had some uncles that were football players.
Oh, yeah?
Ronald Lucas and Jimmy Lucas, outstanding football players. So it's in the bloodline. And Cord seems to be okay. He's limping a little bit.
Dragging that right leg.
Nice round of applause from the crowd.
You can tell it's a cramp. He doesn't want to bend it too much.
Yeah.
That calf muscle is probably where
That thing probably tight as a drum.
Yep. I hate that when it starts to grab again.
Oh,
All of
yeah.
a sudden it makes you nervous.
Yep. So first and goal to go for the Yellow Jackets at the King George 4-yard line. One receiver split to the right side of the field, one to the near. The Yellow Jackets all bunched in that backfield from the pistol. And that's going to be number 12, Price, on the carry. He kind of backed into that hole, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and then he kind of drifted to the right there, and he ended up getting positive yardage, but not that much.
Spun around down in the hole. So no gain on that first down play. That's going to set up a second down and goal from the 4-yard line. Minute 20 to go in this football game. The Yellow Jackets, they don't really want to score, but we'll see how much effort they put into getting into the end zone.
You know the back that gets the ball once.
That's in. Touchdown, James Monroe. And Price. Jalen Price, 5'9", 181 senior, getting the touchdown from 3 yards out. 49-14 our score. A lot of the King George fans, Bob, had high hopes coming into this game tonight.
Yeah, they're disappointed coming up the road thinking, okay, after Cortland took this team apart last week,
And the extra point is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 1:05 to go here at Maury Stadium on senior night. Our score, it's James Monroe 50, King George 14. Back after this timeout. Welcome back to Maury Stadium. 1:05 to go here in this fourth quarter. 50-14 our score. Herman Kay alongside Bob Blackburn bringing you this Battlefield District matchup, rivalry matchup here at Morris Stadium. Last game of the regular season for both teams, and Yellow Jackets are in, and Foxes are hoping that they are in.
Wasn't it a pretty good shot, win or lose, for them?
I don't know for sure. That's why I'm saying they're hoping that they could be in. If they lose, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put them in if they're not in.
Right.
But then again, I don't want to say you're out either.
Yeah, a little blurb in the paper this morning talking about of 19 teams, 17 are in the playoffs. That's not bad.
You know, and looking at some of the conferences, Bob, you got the top tier, 1 through 3, that have pretty good records, but it really drops off.
It does. It's kind of strange, but then their goal was to make it more inclusive.
Yes. And there's your kick, and it's taken at the 24-30. 35 out to about the 39-yard line. Number 89 must have gotten a tackle there for the Yellow Jackets.
He's happy. He's normally a kicker, isn't he?
Luke Romero, 6'1", 165 senior. Let's hear it for Luke.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's glad Luke got in on that play.
Luke make another play like that, they'll be calling him Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. Luke to Luke.
So Foxes with a 1st and 10 at their 38-yard line. Yellow Jackets late getting players in there. Number 35, that's Tamaja Blair. And a fumble. The Yellow Jackets get it. Let's see.
Wow, that'd be close to murder one if they did.
So the Foxes coming up with that loose football. It's amazing how this game of football is played, isn't it, Bob?
Yeah, it really is. You look at James Monroe scored 36 unanswered points in the second half.
Then you have Cortland to go down to King George. King George beat them. Yellow Jackets go out to Cortland. Cortland beats the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets turn around and beat King George.
Yeah.
Amazing game of football.
It really is.
2nd and 8 yards to go. And they keep it on the ground, and big number 74 in on stop. Markel Jenkins, 5'10", 280 senior. And that's going to do it. The Yellow Jackets with a big win tonight as they pick up win number 8. And they end the regular season at 8-2. Final score from Morris Stadium on senior night. Yellow Jackets 50, King George 14. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this timeout. Welcome back to Monroe Stadium. Final score. They wiped it clean here.
Yep,
they don't
there it
usually do that quick here at Monroe Stadium.
Well, the probably King George people may have
50
asked for it or something.
50 to
14.
14, the final score. And as we wait on Coach Survey to come up to the press box, that might be taking a little while.
Yeah.
But here's Bob Blackburn with all the scoring in tonight's football game.
Now, JM drew first blood in the first quarter at 11-14 with a 3-yard TD run by Weldon. His point after was good, 7-0. JM takes the early lead. They come back after a block punt at 9:32, and Nelson fell on the ball after the block punt in the end zone. Point after was good. JM took a 14-0 lead. King George got back on the board at 2:03 with Aston Howard on a 13-yard run. Their point after was good, made it 14-7. And then King George came right back in the second quarter at 6:11 on a 1-yard run by Will Cliff. Point after was good, and the score was tied at 14-14. Little did we know that was as close as it was going to get. JM scored in the second quarter, right before the half, at 2:16 on a 41-yard catch and run by Matt Felton. Point after turned out to be a semi-botched, but he ran it in the end zone for a 22-14 lead for James Monroe, and that was the score at halftime. JM came back, and it was all JM in the second half. JM scored at 5:37 on a 16-yard TD pass from A.J. Felton to Matt Felton, made it 29-14. At 1:11 of the third quarter, there was a 9-yard run by Gary Boxley, who played an excellent football game tonight. Point after was good. Jackets took a 36-14 lead into the fourth quarter, and they continued to pour it on in the fourth quarter at 7:22 on a 10-yard TD run by Juwan Davis. That made it 43-14 Yellow Jackets, and the final score came at 1:05 with Jalen Price on a 3-yard run, and the point after being good made it 50-14. James Monroe winning the big victory over King George here at Monroe Stadium tonight.
Thank you, Bob. Take a deep breath. And that's a lot of scoring in tonight's football game.
Yeah, I don't mind
Yellow
wasting my
Jackets
breath.
bouncing back, boy, from last week's loss out at Cortland. And they came in here tonight and kind of stumbled a little bit, but they got some help from some guys in the stripes, where they called back a couple of touchdowns. Penalty plagued the Yellow Jackets most of the game tonight, but they managed to put up 50 points in tonight's ball game. What do we have? 33 total penalties?
33 total penalties, and most of them were against JM. It was like a 2-1 lead for a while there.
Yeah, at one point it was 19-10. Penalty-wise, the Yellow Jackets led in that category, but the most penalized game that I've seen against the Yellow Jacket team, a Coach Survey coach team, and thank goodness it wasn't a close game where the officiating would make the difference in the outcome of tonight's football game. But the Yellow Jackets bounced back in a big way defensively and offensively, putting up 50 points on the board. Coach Survey, I talked with him this week, Bob, and he guaranteed me that he was going to make his way up to the press box. Can't run up the steps like he used to, but see,
we can't run down there like we used to.
That's right. And it's downhill for us.
Yeah, that's right.
So hopefully we'll hang around as long as we can, because we always want to talk with the Hall of Fame coach, Richard Survey. And
Is that him talking on the sidelines?
Was that the mousetrap?
I think I see Rich coming.
Is that him?
Is he making his way up here?
I think so.
Yeah, he's coming. So
I'm going to give my head set up in the chair here.
okay.
Okay.
Well, we got another headset.
Well, you can.
You want to sit there? Yeah. And Bob, you get over here,
Okay. All right.
and we'll put Survey in the middle.
Yeah, I better stay here until. Oh, okay.
And Coach Survey is making his way up the steps here, getting a little help from one of his former players, Matt Laskowski.
There you go.
Matt is on the coaching staff now. And we'll get Coach Survey up here with us, and we can get a shot of the winning coach and see what coach has to talk about. 50-49, the final score. And we'll get him in here first before we...
Let's go.
Can I get that seat?
Yes, sir. Let me get you under this cord here.
You got a reserved seat here, Coach.
Yeah, you deserve a rest. Tell you what.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm good.
Welcome back to Maury Stadium. Coach Richard Survey, Hall of Fame Coach Survey, here with us tonight. Music there? 3, I'm sorry. Coach, let's see if you're on the air here now.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good to
I got
go.
you.
So congratulations on a big win tonight here at home, ending the regular season as you defeat the King George Foxes tonight by the score of 50-14. Coach, could you sum up what happened tonight, first half, second half of this football game?
The first half, we shot ourselves in the foot on a number of plays after we got a 14-0 lead, and then the referee shot the other foot. I apologize to my administration. I was pretty fired up. There was some things going on I didn't like. I thought some cut blocking on some of my linemen, and I was afraid somebody was going to get hurt. One of our linemen did get a banged up knee with a cut block. I was just standing there for my kids and questioning why in the world that was there a sale on holding flags on us. So, I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize to Mary and Dr. Shell. I didn't mean it. I just get fired up. It was senior night, very emotional with Seeley Leahy and Vincent Smith not playing, and the kids dedicated the game to my mom, who's, God rest her soul, who passed away with cancer. And it was a very emotional game for me, and I'm real proud of my program.
Coach, outstanding job tonight. Your Yellow Jackets bounced back for a devastating loss at Cortland last week. This game of football is so funny. We talked about it earlier. It was King George beating Cortland, Cortland beating you guys, and you guys coming back tonight to beat a tough King George team. So I'm telling you, you're right where you want to be going into playoffs.
King George is a very good football team, very well coached. The bottom line, the difference tonight between us and last week is we played today, and there's something about Maury. The kids love playing here, and it really fires up the furnace. I'm really proud of the kids. They had a great week of practice. They knew it was their senior night. I sat with the seniors before the game by myself and them. We talked. I told them how proud I was of them, how much I loved them, and I wanted this game to be for them. And they bonded together, and it was a great win, and a great win for our school. And I'm really proud of our kids.
Bob?
Yeah, I just love the way you guys picked it up in the second half there and showed them that you were going to be in charge and scored 30-some unanswered points in the second half. That's what I call a good halftime speech there, Coach.
Well, I just told them, I said, we got to go out there and we got to make plays. We can't get, I said, you kids can't get frustrated with calls. Let me do that. And of course, I got a penalty. I questioned the call. I questioned the cut block. And so I was wrong. But you're right, Bob. The kids came together at halftime. They promised me they would win the second half, that they were going to play harder, and they're good kids, man, and they stuck by their word. They played harder, and they won the second half.
Yeah, they want to play hard for you, Coach. You've been an inspiration to these guys, and been a heck of a coach for a long time.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I have a good bond with them. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the Pop-Tarts, it's the drinks.
The rides home.
The rides home and all that. But, I love the kids, and they know that. I'm not a phony. I never was a phony. I love the kids, and the kids respond well to me.
That's good.
I'm really proud of being a Janesboro Yellow Jacket coach, to be honest with you.
All right, Bob. Coach Survey, I've got one question, one statement to make.
Yes.
And we're going to make that statement, and we're going to move on to the playoffs.
Yes.
33 penalties called in tonight's game. Don't respond. What about next week? Who are we going to play, and where is it going to be?
We will play at home Friday night or Saturday, depending on what. We're going to go. We're pushing for Friday night. It's our home game. It's going to be, either Spotsylvania or Petersburg, which I don't like playing somebody I've already beaten. But the bottom line is, I could play the Giants. We'll be ready to play. It'll be Friday night at home. It'll be a 7 o'clock game at home, and our kids will be ready no matter who shows up.
When will you know who you play, and when will that game be scheduled for Friday or Saturday?
Well, I'm pushing for Friday. All right, Mary will have to determine that with Dr. Rochelle. I don't think Saturday's a good choice. Usually, the first game of all the playoffs is on a Friday.
Right.
It's our call. It's Dr. Rochelle's call and Dr. Chrisman's call. They make it. I want to play on Friday night, so that's what I'm hoping for.
So we wish you good luck, Coach, with the second season approaching next week. And for how many years straight in a row you've made the playoffs?
We've made the playoffs since the year 2001. So this would be 16, this would be 15 straight years we've made the playoffs. This is 15 straight years we've had a winning record.
Isn't that something? We congratulate you, Coach. I don't think anybody else in the state can compare with that record of getting to the playoffs. And, of course, the 4 state championships. And this could be the year for number 5.
You don't know. You don't know. Hey, play it by ear. But I'll tell you what I'm proud of tomorrow at 10 o'clock at King George. Our JV team, which is undefeated, plays King George for the JV championship now. We've won like 21 straight games on the JV level, and I'm real proud of our JV team. Why do you think we're good all the time? Those JV teams had 14 straight winning seasons. Can you imagine that something? 14 straight winning seasons on the JV level.
Well, you got a machine going here in the city.
It's called TCB, baby.
Coach Survey, once again, congratulations and good luck on the playoff. That final score, 50-14. The Yellow Jackets win their 8th game of the season against 2 losses. And we'll look forward to more high school football right here on Channel 83. And for Bob and for Coach Survey, I'm Herman K. saying so long from Maury Stadium.
TCB, thank you.
My man.
You guys are great, man. You guys are great. I'm not the man. No, man, I got good coaches. I got good support. You guys.